request. Lol, you sound tired. You should take a break. I'm not that tired. I woke up like 3 hours ago. Okay. All right. Please do whenever you get OBS back up or whatever. Lol, good luck. Yeah. Okay. I'll take a look at your list. 1 second. Yeah. I don't know. I guess OBS just like disconnected my stream key for some reason. It's just like, nope, you're not streaming anymore. Fuck you. Thanks, Exploding Andrew, for the follow. Okay. So, yeah, I would just start this list over from scratch. 3800X is just hard no. And also Ryzen 3000 processors, especially if you're like really serious about music production, still have DPC latency issues unless you use workarounds. And I'm not sure about Ryzen 5000, so I might actually go Intel. Especially if you're not doing like heavy orchestral arrangements or something like that, using like multiple contact instances. Yeah. Okay. Should I wait for a 3060 Ti from a 1650 Super? Yeah, sure. Can you get me a link to the stock checker? Yeah, sure. 1 sec. Let me invite you real quick. Okay, yeah, stream should be back up now. I think it's working. 1 second. I will copy all the invites for you. Okay, there we go.
I feel like surely Nvidia and AMD will have stock. Something like I feel like they can if they really want to, and it makes sense for them to, like just in terms of good business,
No.
for them to really ramp up production, just like
Nvidia
overpay
does
their
not.
employees.
No.
Because they need to.
Nvidia is doesn't manufacture like, okay, you have to realize when it comes to computer components, like it's a lot of it is assembly and not necessarily like creation. So like Nvidia doesn't create these GPUs. The vast majority of the components
But
are
they're
manufactured.
the ones paying whatever why am I forgetting the company's name? Fuck.
Samsung?
No. The actual silicon creator.
Samsung, yeah.
Really? Wait.
Yep.
I completely thought it was a different company.
You might be thinking TSMC, but that's not for 30 series now.
Oh. Huh.
Okay, cool. Wentai Aiden moment. You have a power supply named after you, Aiden. You like that? Not Aiden actual. I mean you too, but like the other Aiden who's in chat right now. Thoughts? I'm afraid this would bottleneck or do something crazy, like not working. The CPU cooler is inside the Ryzen, I believe, so I'm gonna rely on that. Yes, you will. I don't have a storage because in my current PC, I have 2 terabytes of Western Digital Caviar Blues. Okay. But you don't have an SSD, so I'm assuming you need an SSD. I'm also afraid of the dimensions too because the GPU would fit in the case, but that's about it. How long have you been a PC master? I don't think I'm a PC master, but I've been taking this seriously for like 2 years, I guess. Like before that, I was just building my own PC, and I was like, yo, this is pretty fun. I should like learn more about this shit. That was like 2 years ago. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Exploding Andrew, I'd probably just restart this list. It's not very good. Yeah. And also, there's no way you're getting a 3060 Ti Aorus Master for 400. The RAM is fine. Everything else, I would change. Everything else should go. Okay. Cool. Do you think passing from a hard drive to an SSD is a great improvement? As a boot drive, absolutely. That's one of the biggest improvements you can make to a system, especially on Windows. On Linux, maybe not, but on Windows, absolutely. Yeah, Exploding Andrew, I just start that list over from scratch. I'm gonna be real with you. Hey, just do you know anything about a secondary storage not showing up as an unknown device? Try reinstalling your SATA drivers or your just default NVMe drivers, and so like your PCI Link drivers, and then perhaps it's not initialized. Yeah, so you can go to your disk management, right-click the drive, create a new simple volume, that sort of thing. If it's not one of those things, then I would go to the troubleshooting channel and ask them because I don't know. Do people actually pay 200 bucks for Windows Pro? Yep. Oh, I can't get the video card today since my stable closes soon, but I might be able to tomorrow. Yeah, good luck, dude. Were you here for Black Friday? Yes, I was. I did a 7 and a half, 8 hour stream on Black Friday. Yeah. Oh no, you're asking that guy. Okay. Yeah, my man spent 8 hours straight helping people get best bang for their buck. Facts. That was a long fucking stream. And the thing is, um, I the stream wasn't even like I was busy, sure. Like I was talking a long time, but like it wasn't as crazy as I thought it would be. Like um the day before yesterday was insane. The day before yesterday was absolutely crazy. So many fucking people. Um okay. Let me scroll down here. Am I good in Fortnite? Not really, because I just don't play the game very often at all. I played Fortnite during like the first, I think second season maybe. I think yeah, the second season, and then I was like, I don't really like this. So yeah. Why can't I hear the VC? It's probably on your end because I think everyone else can hear. Can someone help me
No,
make
let's
a
do it.
list for a budget of 2.5K that will be used towards gaming, streaming, and multitasking with homework and work, and also editing? I just want the best that 2.5K can get me. Please, whenever you can. Okay. If this is casual editing, I'm gonna suggest that you scale back your budget down to 1.5K because 1.5K US dollars can get you a 5600X, which is probably the best reasonable gaming CPU, and also a fantastic editing CPU too, and a 3080, which is the best gaming GPU, reasonably speaking. So yeah, I wouldn't go to a 3090 obviously for, obvious reasons. And I wouldn't go past the 5600X unless you're taking editing really seriously, which you probably aren't. So 5600X 3080, yeah. And then spend the rest on peripherals. You can drop 1,000 on peripherals that you're gonna use for the rest of your life. I don't know. Get like a chair that's a couple $100, get a good monitor, good mouse, keyboard, headphones, mic, interface, mixer, all that stuff.
Can me allegedly, but
Is your name
Age, please.
Justin? No, my name is Brian. And are you cracked at Fortnite? Not really, no. I used to be
Ages,
cracked at
yeah,
CS,
question.
but I'm not. I don't play
What?
CS anymore. Hey, do you know anything about a secondary? Okay, I already answered that. Okay. Since the 3060 Ti just came out, does that mean it will be relevant for a long time?
can
Maybe.
you again?
I mean, it's gonna be relevant longer than the other cards, like the older generation. Like, I don't really know how to answer that question because, like, I don't know what the future GPUs are gonna look like because the relevance of a card kind of depends on what games people are playing at the time, for gaming at least, as well as what GPUs are available at the time. So if the next generation is like way, 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 way better than RTX 3000, then the 3060 Ti is probably not going to be relevant for much longer. And if games suddenly become much, much, much more GPU intensive, to be playable, especially like relevant games that a lot of people want to play, then yeah, the 3060 Ti is not going to be as relevant. But both of those things I can't predict, so I don't know.
Ages.
But what you
Do you
should be
know where
asking
I
yourself,
go?
what you should be asking yourself is the 3060 Ti a good buy now? And the answer to that is yes. So don't concern yourself with the future because there's nothing you can do about it. Okay.
Where do I go to sell a PC?
You can go to eBay, Craigslist, Hardware Swap, OfferUp,
Oh.
Letgo, Facebook Marketplace, whatever.
I thought I could just join a random server and see if anybody wanted one.
No, that's against the rules here.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
selling
I'm
is
new.
against
Sorry.
buying and selling are against the rules here. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
I know
I
it's
have a
good, but I
question.
just want to
What
see
is-
what you say. If you know it's good, then you don't have any problem.
This guy is giving a full on like.
Yeah, this list is fine.
I know a lot
Full-
about PCs too.
Full 7 out of 7.
How
Yeah.
does someone have
This list right here, fellas? in chat.
11900K?
This
What's
is
a
this is a
11900K?
fucking 7 out of 7 list right here. Assuming the person doesn't care about the iGPU loss, this list is a perfect list. It is a 7 out of
I
7.
got a 2080 Super.
There you go. It's
Wait,
probably a
what
list that I had a
list?
part in creating, or somebody else that Paris me had a
Ages.
part in creating, but it's a 7 out of
Wait,
7.
who wanted to buy a computer?
So,
Not a computer, but parts. Who
Drippy
wanted to buy
Monk.
parts?
Drippy Monk.
Wait,
That's a 7 out of
what's
7.
the PC part picker list that I saw?
Is passing from a 1080 Ti to a 3080 a good improvement? If you're playing like 4K, AAA
Yes.
titles, max settings, or 1440p, same thing. Maybe.
Eh.
So okay, here's the thing, right? So, actually no, let me give you an exact number. I can just give you an exact number. I'm gonna guesstimate that like the difference is like 50% at 4K, but I wanna be sure. So let's take a look here. So reviews. Let's go to the 3060 Ti Founders Edition review. Let's go to Performance
You know, I'm just gonna
summary.
join this and listen to this guy.
Let's go to 4K.
Seems smart.
And let me take out my calculator here on Windows. And so the 1080 Ti is at 80%, so 150 over 80. Oh, okay, so it's actually a 90% difference, or 87.5% difference at 4K. So that's quite large. Yeah, that is pretty large. So I would say that is a good improvement. Yeah, especially if you're playing at 1440p or 4K, and you're playing, you know, high intensity games and high settings. Yeah. Okay. Roast my friend's list so I don't copy it, lol. Okay. 3600 is completely irrelevant right now. B550 PG4 is cringe. RAM is like $20 overpriced. P1 isn't worth buying at 1 terabyte. Western Digital Blue. I'd probably get Barracuda over that, honestly. MB511 is actually not bad, but I would go Micro ATX here. BR is cringe, and don't buy Windows 10 for full price. Cool. I don't speak German, dude. Can you type everything you just suggested in chat, please? I could not keep up. I didn't suggest anything. Oh, you're the guy with okay. Here, 3 things. Number 1, I think you should scale your budget down to 1.5K, and the rest of the money you were planning on spending, I don't know, invest it into like an index fund, or I don't know, buy peripherals with that. Unless you have a separate budget for peripherals like monitors and stuff, then sure, then that's fine. Then yeah, invest it into an index fund. And then yeah, and then the parts you're gonna do, number 2 is 5600X, number 3 3080. Okay, Ryzen 5 5600X again, and then your GPU is gonna be the RTX 3080. Okay, I'm ordering this tomorrow. Wish me luck. Okay, let's see. Yikes, but okay. Cool. Okay, let's see. Don't waste your time on my list. You've seen it. Lol. Okay. More money than sense. Well, as long as you're conscious, you have some sense. As long as you're aware, you're better than most of them. Look, if you're doing stupid things, but you're knowingly doing stupid things, then it's not a big deal. But if you're doing stupid things and like you don't know, then you know, that's a problem. Actually, no, it's probably worse if you do know, but whatever. If you do know, then it's your decision. But if you don't know, that's my job. My job to make sure you know. Wow, people are really out here getting a 3080 or a 1600 XT for Minecraft. Poggers. I guess for like RTX, but still. Poggers. Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. That's actually kind of sad. Oh, no. I fucking helped that guy yesterday. Now he's spamming the channels. Unlucky. Unlucky.
Would you help me real quick? I'm struggling real bad.
What do you need help
Setup
with?
that was hilarious. I'm trying to build a PC. I'm a noob. I'm playing console for like 10 years, and just want like a $1,200 to $1,400 PC for music production, gaming.
Okay.
Bias. Okay, this is the best offer you can ever get.
Let's
Buy
see.
a pre-built cyber power. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Damn, bro, you are hilarious.
I've seen the memes, alright?
Holy
I've seen
shit.
the memes.
That is, I'm fucking dying right now, dude. Do you hear my voice? You hear my voice right now? You hear how hard I'm laughing?
He
Anyways,
was roasting my friend's setup. That was hilarious.
yeah, I would do. I'm kind of iffy. If it's just basic like beat making type shit, let's say 5600X 3080. Yeah. For fuck you, internet. Oh my god. Sorry, my internet just took a shit. If it's just basic music prod, like basic beat making type shit, 5600X 3080. Yeah. Is the EVGA RTX 3060 Ti bad? No, but if it's way over $400, yes. It's 440. That's not bad, I guess. But I'd probably
You
get
should do it for,
I'd
like-
probably get one that's closer to 400 if you can.
like a graphics card for that build I was talking about. For gaming, music production,
Yep.
nice balance.
5600X,
1400.
3080.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What about the processor? My bad. Processor.
5600X is a processor. Although you could maybe
Really?
rebalance your budget to do 5900X 3060 Ti, but it's kind of up to you. Kind of up to you. If gaming is a higher priority, then I take the former. If music production is a higher priority, I take the latter. This is my current build. Please, if you
Shit.
can rate it and tell me what to upgrade. By the way, I am upgrading my CPU to my GPU to a 3060 Ti, PSU to 600 watt. Okay, this is your current build. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh lord. Oh lord. Okay. I guess upgrading your GPU first would be the right move here. Yeah, I'd say upgrading your GPU first would be the right move here. That's basically it. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Aegis,
And your power supply.
can you help this ASC II guy?
Yo, I have a
I
question.
already helped him before.
Oh.
Compared to another AIO, is it worse? You mean AIB? Because that's not an AIO. I forgot to tell you I'm mostly going to be playing Minecraft. Yeah, my answer doesn't change. My answer doesn't change.
Yo, I have a question.
What's your question?
How do any of you guys get the 3080?
Patience,
3090.
luck, and time.
The way I got it was I went in Micro Center like pretty late after it opened, about 5 hours on Black Friday, and they had one in stock, and I got it.
Hey,
I got
That's straight up
where can I
luck.
get help?
Yeah.
Yo,
And I got
guys.
the last 5800X in stock.
bro, I just got
Pretty
a
cool.
3080 and a 5800X. I get it next week, both of them.
$1,400 budget. I
Dang.
know it's good. Heh. These are literally carbon
Bro.
copies of my lists, except for like the motherboard and case.
Oh wait,
And also
I should
LEDX 2 and not LEDX 3. I think you meant to put LEDX 3 there. Yeah. Also 500 gigs at this budget is probably not appropriate, and also 3080 Founders is cringe. So not exactly a carbon copy of my list, but yeah. Similar structure.
Ages. I said that wrong.
Aegis.
Should
Thick
I
Elmos?
be getting?
Thick Elmos, nice
Ages.
name. What's up?
Should I be getting like 600 FPS in, let's say, a game called Fortnite?
Bro, don't even answer that. Don't take him seriously. Oh my
You
god.
know,
He has a 3080 for Fortnite.
True, but a
You know,
$1,400
it's-
budget 5600X and 3080 is pretty good, and I've never seen your list, so I'm a pro. I literally make those lists for people, and also, isn't your list missing prices? Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, no, I can reduce further
Oh,
than that, buddy.
he's streaming. That's how he's answering his questions.
Not really.
I did not know that.
There are not that many people in my chat right now. Yeah, my stream is so dead today.
Hey man,
many do
if
you
you want a
usually
3080
get?
for your Fortnite, man, you do that, man. You can get a 3090 for Fortnite. if
I
you want,
know.
man. No-
I'm just
no
wondering
judgment.
because this PC, I did not know how to build a PC.
Why do you prefer
And I was
VC?
looking stuff up
It's because
on
it's
YouTube,
easier. It's easier for me to like talk to like 20 people at the same time in VC.
And
Because in text channels,
and
it's just
I
like it's just cancer.
built it in
Cancer.
15 hours.
Same.
And
E450
I don't know
F2,
if
what
I
are your
built
thoughts
it
on
right.
it? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. What's your Twitch? If you
Because my
click on my
game's
Discord
running.
profile, it should turn purple. It should say I'm streaming. Is the complete opposite for me? No, I use text channels for a long time. I have 400,000 messages in the server. I use text channels for a long
Why does
time.
this guy got a pencil
But,
in his cooler?
You know, I hated
Bro,
slow
this guy
mode.
this guy
and
has
just
400,
annoying.
574
Annoying.
followers. Dang.
It's
Why do you
easier
have
for
pencil
me,
in your
like,
cooler, my guy?
it's easier for me to recommend good parts and also shut down bullshit really quickly in voice channels. Because when some dumbass pipes up with a common misconception or something like that, or says something stupid, I can pound them into the ground immediately. Whereas in text channel, I'm limited by how fast I can type. I can type kind of fast, but still, it's way easier for me to talk.
I just got on
Damn,
his
bro, that's how egotistical.
on his Twitch, and I can't tell which one talks first.
No, I'm Aegis. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I think I've voice gated other people, so it should be kind of obvious, I hope. I'm just scared that like one day someone's gonna clip someone else saying something and they're gonna think it's me. That's gonna be funny.
Who is the guy with the 11900K in the third? What's in
It doesn't exist.
What's it?
yet.
Oh,
It doesn't
It's a
exist.
meme, bro.
Yeah, he's
It's a
just
meme.
joking.
okay,
Is P368 worse than P500A? In the product stack, I guess, but functionally they're both basically the same. Also, Drippy
Yeah.
Monk, you know, parroting current meta lists is fine and all, but when the meta changes, that's gonna determine whether or not you're a pro,
Ages.
as you say.
Ages, is a 5800X a good pair with the 3080?
Sure, I mean, one is like basically the best reasonable gaming CPU, and the other is basically the best reasonable gaming GPU. So, sure.
Oh, okay. See, one thing, I cranked all my settings up in Minecraft, and I was only getting like 80 frames.
Okay.
RTX,
Which,
man.
are you supposed to?
All right, I'm building for the first time with an
RTX.
NZXT H510E, 3600 and 3080. I'm
You
worried
ain't
the
gonna
red
get
CPU
very many
cooler that comes
frames
with the CPU won't be enough.
with
Should I
ray
get an
tracing
aftermarket
on.
one? No, you're fine on the. You're fine on the
How
stock
do I know
cooler.
ray tracing was on?
You're fine on the stock cooler. If
I don't
you,
think ray tracing was
if you
on.
feel that your CPU is too loud or too hot after tuning your stock cooler, you can get a different cooler afterwards. But
I'm
I
gonna
think you'll be
check.
fine. Can you check this build my friend made?
Are you at 4K, aim?
No, I'm at 1080p.
Okay, your friend is.
Oh, never
it's-
mind.
Your friend is probably
Yeah, you
you,
should
and you're
get
probably
you should
new.
get crazy frames.
Do I make a PC part picker list and send it to get some critique?
Yeah, which
sure.
does make sense.
Also, guys, if you're gonna
So
continue,
I'm opening up Minecraft
guys,
right
if
now.
you're gonna continue to be in this channel, let's keep it focused on build advice. So like picking parts, and not. Guys, why do I get 80 frames in Minecraft with a 3080? This is
All
my
right, I got
build,
one.
just about half a year old. I want to get 5000 series Ryzen CPU and 3000 series NVIDIA GPU. I already have coil whine, so should I get a better power supply? Are you sure it's your power supply that's whining and not your GPU? So figure that out first. Also, it's about a half a year
It's
old.
probably, yeah, it's probably the
Why would you
PC.
why would you upgrade
sorry,
after half a year?
GPU.
Yeah, why would you upgrade after half a year?
I
Also,
don't know,
what
just,
GPU do you have
Can
right
I
now?
upgrade from a 970?
What GPU do you have right now?
So the GPU
GTX
is
970.
like I have Ryzen 5
No, that's a
36
CPU. What GPU?
CPU, and the GPU I have is, I'm just stating everything. Oh, the GPU is not here. It's a 2070, I think, super.
I mean, where are you struggling? In what games are you actually?
I'm not struggling actually,
So why
but
would you
just
upgrade?
I mean, I don't know.
You're upgrading across a
Like if I
single
find a
GPU
good, if I find
generation.
a good,
You're upgrading across
Yeah.
a single CPU generation. No, you're upgrading across a single GPU generation, which is dumb.
so the main issue
And you're
is
upgrading across
the
a single CPU
27.
generation, which is even dumber.
Yeah.
Like,
So the 2070 is definitely making creating some sort of a coil whining that
okay,
I know.
so use an FPS limiter in games, which it's likely that you're coil whining in games where you're getting a lot of FPS. So if you use an FPS limiter, you can probably deal with that issue. If
Desync
there's-
helps a little, but not too much. Still, there
If
is.
there's still a problem, you can try and RMA the card or something, but I don't know.
It's so late.
Okay, in that case,
So
I
instead
don't
of
know,
that,
sell the card, be as honest as you want to about the coil whine, and then get a 3060 Ti. There, okay? There you go.
Yep.
You're cool. I
So,
would not
should I
upgrade the
also-
3600 at all. No, don't do
All
that.
right.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All right, good, thank you. What about PCU? I mean, I wouldn't need anything bigger than that, I think.
Your PSU.
I'm sorry, this is
No.
a 650. My PSU is actually 550, and
Yeah,
it's
no, you're
not gold.
fine.
It's
You're
a
fine.
bronze. Yeah,
No.
but it's still fine, I think.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, thank you so
What's
much.
a good motherboard that you would recommend for my build? CMG, I would. First of all, when are you buying these parts? When do you need them by? Remember when you get famous on Twitch because you're definitely gonna become a nice streamer? I hope so. I hope so. Because like I'm banking on the idea that I think that there's a market for this kind of content on Twitch. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I think you Shady Man and Robsters for the Robsters Falls. Okay.
If you got big, how would you ever keep up with the chat?
Well, at that point, I'd probably start producing meta content. Because if there's like 20 people at the same time asking me for lists, I'm probably gonna produce meta content. Like I'm either going to make a list, like every morning before I stream, I'm gonna make like 4 lists for like 4 separate budgets, and then just repeatedly use those, like once a day. Or I'll make meta content that enables people to do most of the work by themselves.
Tier 3 subs, get a custom list.
I might have to restrict it eventually, but we're definitely nowhere near that point. right now. I can definitely keep up for now.
Should I upgrade my GTX 970 if I'm on a budget?
Which one should I keep? I know there are different series cards, but still looking to 3060 Ti is better price to performance. Also, how much did you pay for the 3070? Yeah, 3060 Ti is definitely better price to performance out of those two. Post your battle station. I want to see if you got good aesthetics as well. You want to see my PC? You're gonna be so disappointed. You ready? Hold on. It's in my temp folder, I think. Hold on. Okay, this is my epic gaming PC right now. Hold on, I gotta show this shit. Hold on.
Bro.
It's beautiful. Look at this thing. Hold on. Look at how beautiful this thing is. All right. Oh yeah, and in this picture the RAM is like also not slotted in properly. But yeah. It's beautiful. Look at this beautiful gaming PC. Doesn't even have a GPU. That's how good of a gaming PC it is, dude. Oh my god. Iconic. All right. I want to buy the stuff that I can right now, whatever I can't right now, then later. No, don't do that. Here's what I suggest you do. If you're choosing to build an epic gaming PC, here is the ideal course of action for most people, okay? Number 1, you pick a budget. Number 2, you pick a performance target. And then number 3, if you can meet that performance target at or below your budget, then you maybe readjust your budget or maybe reconsider your performance target depending on which is, above which. And then number 4, you pick a time that you want to buy. Okay, so maybe there's new GPUs coming out and you want to buy those new GPUs. So you say, okay, I'm gonna set my purchase date to like after the GPU release date. Or maybe there's holiday sales coming up. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna set my buy time to around Christmas so I can take advantage of those sales. Once you're done those 4 steps, you come back to me on the day that you are buying. So let's say, hey, I want to buy on, December 1st, or that's already passed. I'm going to buy on December 20th. Okay. You come to me on December 20th. I make you a list on that day, accounting for all the sales that are happening at the time. And then you buy your shit then. That's the ideal way to buy PCs usually. Okay. If you have a lot of market knowledge, it's acceptable to buy parts over the course of like a month. If you're really good at tracking sales, but most people, that's too much work. It's not worth doing. LC Onion, you can DM me questions, but I prefer that you do it in voice chat text because otherwise I have to click on your DM and I'm lazy. And yeah. Do you know any good pre-builds? Yeah, but typically I don't recommend pre-builds. Is there a reason you're doing pre-builds instead of building a PC? I need a PC as soon as possible. I can't build a PC, it's for work. Okay. But why pre-build then? Is it for like liability reasons or what's going on? You do advice on audio setups? We do have a peripherals channel. I can do basic audio advice, like basic recommendations, because I'm friends with a lot of the peripherals fellows. But if you want like personalized advice from like more experienced people, go to the peripherals channel, because I'm not like super in my depth for a lot of that stuff. Yeah. If I get a 3060 Ti, yes. Hammer Time, we talked about this. 3060 Ti is fine as a replacement in that build. Especially if you're playing at higher resolutions. Okay. I'm looking for a PC for streaming at 1080p 60 without frame drops and good FPS. This is a pre-build because I can't find a 3080 and I need to upgrade. What do you think about this build? How much is this pre-build? I'm gonna guess it's like 2,500 or something, or maybe 2,000. 2,000 would still be a bad price, but still, I'm wondering. Actually, no, 2,000 would be a decent price, but still, it's definitely not 2,000. If it's 2,000, I'll be like, it's actually not that bad. 2,000 US in your country, really? Oh shit. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Hey. Not fucking bad. So it is equivalent to 2,000 US dollars in your country. And this list has a 10700K, a good AIO, a decent Z490 board, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, 3080, pretty decent model, pretty decent case, and a good power supply. And it's 2K? Really? 2K? 2K? 900K and 3090 on 650 watt. Hold on. Oh, is that the Be Quiet thing where they tested all the different wattages? Yeah, I looked at that. Yeah, I know. I still wouldn't do 10900K and 3090 on 650 watt, especially considering most people are going to be overclocking both. So, and especially because on the platforms that Igor tested, there may not have been problems, but different platforms react to transient spikes differently. That RAM is going to make him crash in a lot of games unless he turns off RGB. That RAM? What, at XMP? It's in a pre-built, dude. Like, yeah. On top of that, it's going to bottleneck competitive games. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But, Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I know. I too dislike Corsair RGB kits. But it's a pre-built. It's a pre-built, dude. It doesn't really have a choice. All right, let's see. Let's hope he doesn't get like, I don't know, some garbage ICs on that. I know because I worked with people. Yeah, no, don't worry, believe me. I'm familiar. My friend somehow found a pre-built Ryzen 5 3600 and 1660 for 800 CAD. That's not even that good though. That's not even that great. Like you could probably rebalance and do like 10100 and like, you know, a better GPU than a 1660 for 800 CAD. So unless that was a long time ago, but still, yeah, kind of weird. 2.3K in dollars, 2K euros. I guess that's not that bad. That Corsair RAM should be banned from the market. Okay. Okay. Is it reliable for a few years of streaming daily? Yeah, it should be fine. I want a reliable build and playing games at 144 Hz at least with no drops. Okay, if you're trying to get like a stable FPS, you should probably build on your own. Yeah, most pre-builts use kits that are pretty trash and are at XMP, so yeah. Your frames are not going to be the bestest. You're working so hard, I see on stream. What is the best micro ATX board for a 5800X? Oh, you're buying a 5800X. Yeah, very weird choice. Like, this guy in my chat, he's an XOCer, so he's like, he wants single CCX. I was like, okay. But like, yeah. Does Trident C RAM make games lag? Depends on the kit. Depends on the kit. Depends on the kit. Can you look at my list? My name is Scythe in Discord. Oh yeah, sure. This is my list, but my CPU cooler is 360, not 240. Could you also recommend a power supply for either 3060 Ti or 3070? Okay. Let's see it. Let's see it.
What are we saying?
We're looking at a list. A list.
Why are
Okay.
there so many Be Quiet power supplies?
Basically, Be Quiet sent this guy a bunch of units. They're like, yo, you want to do wattage testing? All right, take these. Cool.
Wattage testing? That doesn't sound fun.
No, it's basically just like stability. So like, you know, we measure power consumption all the time and we test protection features. But like Igor was like, yo, what if I actually test like a 10900K and a 3090 like on a bunch of PSUs with different wattages on the same platform to see where the boundary actually is. So, yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
I'll just send this
for,
guy.
like, academic purposes, but not necessarily completely useful. Because I'm sure he didn't have time to do like extensive testing. First person who picked 3600. I'm going to stream and edit some clips. Yeah, I still do 5600X because streaming has little to nothing to do with the CPU at this point for consumer level streaming. And editing, I'd get a 5900X instead if you're serious about editing anyways. Could you also recommend a power supply for either 3060 Ti or 3070? Hold on one second. I'm looking at the wrong shit right now.
LatXer is back in stock, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, unless you're playing like at 1080p low, I would change the CPU to like a 10400/F, and then I would change the GPU to like a 3060 Ti, like you say. And yeah, a lot of the other choices here are kind of weird. Like P31, why P31, and why this RAM? Unless you're overclocking, still that's not like a great price. And why this motherboard and like why this cooler? Yeah, kind of just some weird choices. What micro ATX board would you recommend? B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. This is my build. I've already built it. Unlucky. Unlucky. That's all I'll say. Why does RGB RAM bottleneck games? Okay, it's not in particular that RGB RAM I mean, it kind of is, but in the case of Corsair, on the Vengeance Pro kits, they use kind of shitty ICs. So they're already kind of maybe struggling to hit XMP, and the fact that there's additional strain on the packages.
Hold on, why is it unlucky?
Because it's not a good list, and you've already bought it, so there's nothing I can do. Why does RGB RAM bottleneck games? Okay, he's saying that kind of. Okay, he says the RAM is gonna make him crash in a lot of games, and it's gonna make you bottleneck competitive games. Unless he turns off RGB. Okay, so RGB increases the heat and stress on the DRAM packages, which can decrease stability, even at XMP on certain kits. And his experience on those Corsair Vengeance kits is basically saying that the increased heat from the RGB is causing extra crashing. On top of that, because it's only 3200 megahertz C16, if you're playing competitive games, you're potentially losing out on extra potential performance that you can get from overclocking to like 3600 megahertz or 3800 megahertz or whatever. So yeah. So is my list not good? I was the one with the ID cooling cooler. Yeah, it's not great. It's not terrible, but not good either. Like there are less than a dozen games that are memory bound, that are hugely memory bound. Sure, yeah. When the voice chat is full, yeah, you can join another channel and we can pull you in. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. We're chilling. There was another pre-built with this memory. Is it better? Wait, do you have a site that you can change like the individual parts that they choose, like CyberPower kind of? I mean, it's also an RGB kit. I'm not sure if Spectrix D60G has set ICs, so maybe this leaf green guy knows. But D60G is relatively new to the North American market and is not very popular, so there's probably not like widespread knowledge on which ICs this kit uses. If you can go for a ballistics RGB kit in one of the pre-builds, like you can change it, then that's cool. Okay, Aiden, I'll pull. I got you, Aiden, bro. Don't worry, I got you.
Hey, what's going on?
We're having a gamer time doing builds and shit. Okay. Are you able to build me a list before I get the video card? Because I'll probably get the video card one day. I answered this already. Get the video card and then DM me or whatever, and then I'll make you a list. But get the video card first. That's important because I don't know whether you're going to be able to get it today or tomorrow. So get it first, and then I'll make you a list. Okay?
Case, okay.
What case?
Fractal design vector.
Oh, that's a pretty old case. Okay. Yeah, isn't Vector like one of the older Fractal series? Like, I mean, hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah.
Fractal design Vector RS. Let's see when this guy came out.
2013.
Google timestamping. Vector RS September 2019. What?
Wait.
What? Hold on. Introducing Vector RS.
RS.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, September 2019. Okay, so that's actually pretty new. I just don't see people with this case like all the time. So
I saw it. I knew this case. They have a one of the
okay.
and if I wanted to know if that was a good.
Interesting. This doesn't look like a Fractal case, certainly. Yeah. It looks like something, I don't know, fucking Deepcool would make, but interesting. Cool. I mean, I'm sure it's a fine case, unless there's some blatant oversight. But I've not. I think I maybe might have seen a review when this thing came out, but it's definitely slipped from my memory at this point. But I'm sure it's fine. I mean, none of Fractal's cases are, besides like the Era, are like really bad. So.
Okay, I hate ID Cooling's IIO products like
why
separation. Okay, Zoom Flow.
Oh, you mean like the
Swift Flow,
the designations?
RF
Yeah,
Flow.
okay.
Yeah, and like most of them don't matter.
Yeah, it's just they're just like all different fan designs, poggers. Is there a way to disable RGB on the RAM? Yep, in software using Corsair, or you can manually disconnect the RGB from the DIMM. But yeah, and if I do it, will it stop bottlenecking my PC? Not necessarily. The bottlenecking part, no, but the crashing part potentially. So, high temperature on your DIMMs can potentially introduce increased instability or decreased stability, whatever way you want to put it. In some cases. So you can possibly fix that by, having good airflow over your RAM or just turning off the RGB. But it really depends. What he's saying is a common problem with RGB kits, and it's often why a lot of world records are set on non-RGB versions of certain kits, or the RGB is turned off for that reason, basically. So also, I'm pretty sure like once you get down to like LN2, like the RGB itself like increases the load on like
Hey, can I just butt in here?
Yeah, what's up?
You're talking about XMP, and then you're talking about the world records. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, of course,
to your average person.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
But what Leaf is saying here is that like even at XMP, that increased temperature induces crashing. So
it doesn't matter though.
The crashing probably does matter.
3000 C16. Well, I mean, if your RAM's that shit, well,
Yeah, so that's basically what we're saying.
try to Z
Yeah.
next time.
Try to Z
Or
next time.
RMA. If you can't hit if you can't hit XMP,
Without
well, that's a
crashing on
problem
10th.
with
Yeah,
the
obviously
kit.
you have a really shit kit, but that's basically what he's saying. It's a really shit kit. Yeah, and he's not the only person. He's not the only extreme overclocker. Like I've heard that from for sure.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, I know Ixa definitely doesn't like Corsair RGB kits. He just doesn't like Corsair in
Oh,
general.
Scythe. Do you own any of the lists? Or is that like Micro Center
I
part?
talked about this list already, I think. Yeah. I'm afraid of buying this pre-build
talked
because of
about
the RAM. I don't want to waste money, but I feel the
Scythe?
performance will be worth it. I just don't want to have a bad PC in a few years and not. Okay, so are you willing to build? Are you willing to build Tia Guidos? What GPU is good with the 5600X that's in stock? Lol. None of them. None of them are good that are in stock. Because 3060 Ti, 3070, and 3080 are basically out of stock unless you take some time to pounce at the right time. And every other GPU, I would not get a 5600X. So, yeah, I kind of fucked. Yep, you kind of fucked, buddy. You kind of fucked. Unlucky,
Fucked what?
as they say. Unlucky, my good friend.
I have a question. Is my build okay, I guess?
Maybe.
Where'd you put it?
Where is your build?
Build advice build.
Just post it in voice chat text again, and I'll take a look at it. Issue is 3080 is out of stock. I don't mind building one, but how much would I save on performance would I get if I built instead of pre-built?
Oh no, you're the Vector guy. Okay.
Depends. I don't know your country's market very well, but it also depends on which pre-built manufacturer we're talking about. Like if you show me a site that you buy computer parts from, and then you show me a pre-built that you think is high value in your country, and I don't, try to find one for you, then we can compare them and see how much you save. But I really don't know. Pre-builts
Wait.
have different margins.
The Z73 is it's out of stock. That's why.
Epic.
$330.
Looking for a
That's
$1,200 to
fun.
$1,400 build for gaming and music production. Looking at the 5600X, yeah, $1,400 is easily 5600X 3080 territory. How would you recommend checking out a GPU from resellers? Because I'm looking. Okay, CMG. If you scroll up in chat, I sent 3 invites to 3 servers at some point. Yeah, there it is. So, at CMG, there you go. Click on that link. There's 3 Discord servers there that all specialize in tracking stock for Ryzen 5000 and RTX 3000 cards, as well as AMD cards, but I don't really advise buying those, but if you want to track those, that's there too. Is it okay if you check this build and see if it's good? Sure. It is not good. That is all.
Oof.
A 3700X is fine for hyperthreading. 9700K without hyperthreads for 70 less. 9700K is cringe right now. Okay, don't start with me. 9700K is cringe right now. Because if you have Micro Center accessible, okay, if you have Micro Center expressible, if you have Micro Center accessible, which is the only place that a 9700K is $200, by the way, the 10400 is also 150 there. Okay, so don't 9700K. Don't do that. I even?
Wait.
What is I even?
I don't.
I don't. I even. I.
What's hyperthreading?
Good question.
Ooh.
In CPU architecture, you have cores, right? Cores are like different arms that can independently access your system resources and work on threads of execution, which are kind of like, like a factory line for a CPU, right? They can each have different factory lines. And what hyperthreading does is it basically, on the processor, in each core, there are kind of areas that we kind of generalize and call the front end and the back end, okay? So on the front end of a core, you have parts of the core that are responsible for kind of starting the process of the factory line. They take stuff, they take all the resources that the core needs to, manufacture something, let's say, if we continue this factory line metaphor, and they kind of gather them all into one place so they're nice and optimized for the back end, which is responsible for actually executing and working on the stuff that the front end has kind of gathered. We call this fetch, decode, execute in the computing world. So what hyperthreading does is it fakes having 2 front ends to work with 1 back end. So you have twice the amount of fetchers, you have twice the amount of resources that are allocated to 2 separate threads of execution within one core. Now, that's a lot of fancy tech talk for basically a core can more effectively utilize some of its backend resources that would otherwise not be used. Hyperthreading is, just to be clear, hyperthreading is the same thing as SMT. SMT is simultaneous multi-threading. Hyperthreading is just Intel's kind of marketing term for it. Kind of like AMD calls their CPUs with iGPUs APUs, accelerated processing units, where they're kind of just the same thing as, Intel's CPUs with iGPUs. Just Intel just doesn't have a special name for it, which is like Intel has a special name for SMT, but AMD doesn't. So that's what hyperthreading is. So hyperthreading is specifically SMT on Intel CPUs. Now, how does this affect you? Well, in certain workloads, modern cores, especially in high performance environments like the desktop, so like you, a person who is building a gaming PC, that's a desktop, and because it's high performance, modern CPUs tend to have very large and very wide cores, which means that they have a lot of back-end resources that they can allocate to incoming instruction streams. So whether that be in gaming, whether that be in rendering, whether that be in encoding, whether that be in machine learning, whether that be in accelerating a variety of different workloads, modern cores have a lot of resources in their backend that are not necessarily being used effectively. And that's why hyperthreading, or SMT in general, is used on modern CPUs. Because you have a very large backend, you have a very wide backend, and in order to make use of that wide backend, you want 2 different kind of factory lines that are feeding instructions into that backend to make better use of it. Now, there are, just so you know, there are workloads where hyperthreading or SMT is not beneficial, but they're very rare. For example, let me think of an example, like certain synthetic math workloads, like YCruncher, do not benefit from hyperthreading or SMT. But the vast majority of modern workloads, high performance workloads like gaming, do benefit from hyperthreading, especially at lower core counts. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah, basically hyperthreading is your CPU or SMT, or whatever you want to call it, your CPU more effectively making use of its resources. Okay, it's basically a nice little increase in efficiency, in workload efficiency. Okay. Now, Apple is actually an exception to this. Apple is probably the one high-performance scenario in which hyperthreading, or SMT, is not used. And that's because Apple is banking on Big Little, but that's another different core design that, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about that one day. Yeah, I mean, Intel is actually planning on leveraging that in the future as well. Instead of using SMT or hyperthreading, using huge Big Little or huge Big. Yeah.
Information, my head.
No, huge Big Little, and huge Big are just nicknames for like core sizes. So for example, a modern desktop core might be considered huge because it has a massive amount of backend resources, just a massive core in physical size as well. Whereas a little core is a much weaker core, possibly on an older process node that is less efficient, but is designed for very light workloads. So like OS management, scheduling, stuff like that, or diagnostics.
So more segmented, you could say?
Yeah, so this whole idea of Big Little and huge Big Little is coming to the mobile market, especially with ARM, which is highly configurable core designs. Big Little is essentially, hey, when the OS is not very busy, we want very low power, because this is especially important for mobile and phones and laptops to have low power draw. So when the OS is not busy and is just doing background maintenance tasks, background scheduling tasks, let's allocate that to low power cores that don't require heavy computing usage. And when we are doing heavy computing requirements, when we're doing gaming, when we're doing rendering, let's involve big cores that are less efficient, but have higher performance ceilings and higher power limits, and have more resources available to allocate to those workloads. That's the whole idea of Big Little, and it's working very well, especially for Apple. That's part of why the M1 is so successful in power efficiency and just in general performance as well. So
Nice.
it's kind of like
You're a genius.
you know how when it comes to computing, we talk about the memory hierarchy or the storage hierarchy. It's basically further segmentation. You want something fast and power hungry and expensive, you give it to something that's fast and power hungry and expensive. You want something that's, lower power, lower demanding, you put it in something that's lower demanding. And the more and more you segment this, And if you do it properly, you have power efficiency gains, you have computing complexity gains. Yeah, it's great. It's all great. It's kind of like different levels of cache, right? Smaller, faster caches are more expensive and possibly more power hungry and possibly more computationally expensive to direct and manage. But if they're designed correctly in the correct size configurations and programmers use them, optimally, you have good results. You have good results in power and performance.
Bro, why couldn't I have you in my processor class? Honestly, I had the shittiest team.
It is what it is.
I had to carry that weight. That's how it always is.
Is the 5600X stock cooler that comes with the box good if I don't overclock it? Even if you do overclock it with an undervolt, with a voltage offset, the 5600X stock cooler is fine. Yeah. If the PC had issues with bottleneck, could I simply change the RAM? Yes, you can. Yeah, RAM is one of the easiest things to change, and because it's incredibly standardized, either DIMM or SODIMM, or soldered, which doesn't really happen on desktops, at least with non-Apple desktops, let's say. Yeah, changing RAM is pretty easy. And on a pre-built like that, it's absolutely not going to use SODIMMs, so yeah, you can change the RAM pretty easily. Yeah, if you want to get that pre-built because you think it's high value, and then you want to replace the RAM with RAM that's good at XMP or good for overclocking, it's not going to be too much water under the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, well,
So why is
good stuff.
So why is wired better than wireless? Well, you don't have to send the signal out, let it get interfered with, and then send it back into an electrical signal.
Oh, why are wired better than Bluetooth in particular? Okay, Bluetooth as a protocol kind of induces some latency, especially for keyboards and mouse, like very latency human sensitive peripherals. Yeah, Bluetooth itself not only has interference issues, like any wireless technology typically has interference issues, unless it's working in like a very unimpeded frequency, which typically it doesn't for for FCC approval. But yeah, for Bluetooth, yeah, okay. Okay, first, it kind of depends on the implementation. Sometimes wireless implementations for Bluetooth are bad and incur latency. Some of them are better than others. But yeah, it's for interference reasons and for inherent overhead because of the protocol itself. Yeah, but usually it's interference, especially for like wireless mice. A lot of wireless mice are just pretty good these days.
What graphic card would you recommend me for a Xeon processor?
Why are you getting a Xeon processor? Yo, Aegis, what's up? What's up, Benaya? What's up?
I have one.
You have one? How did you end up in the possession of a Xeon processor?
Nice question. Basically, I needed a computer and we had them in my house, so I just took it.
You just had a Xeon processor in your house? Weren't you the guy that was
So there was a
earlier?
guy with like a spooky profile. It had like blue on it, and it was like his eyes were glowing.
Oh my god. You want to talk to him? Yeah. But anyways,
Okay.
yeah. I'm pretty sure you're memeing because you're the one posting meme lists with like the Xeon earlier. Like my friend made this for me. Is it good? And I was like, all right, whatever. Yeah, okay. I saw
I'm
this
not
and I was
even
wondering if
joking. I'll
it's
literally send
decent.
you a
This is my
picture.
last one. Okay, let's see. No, it's not. I mean, you changed the CPU, so it's correct, but that's also out of stock right now. And
Oh, is
the
this
rest
a
of the
GQ?
parts, GQ is cringe. Yeah, especially for 120. Ugh. Ew.
Any EVGA power supply under $200 is cringe.
Yeah, at this point, you just yeah, we're disavowing all of them at this point. Yeah, we're going full
B5,
anti-Reddit.
no reviews. G5
Reviews,
costs too
but
much.
it's cringe. Yeah, it's literally worse than G2 and has a higher like release price. It's like bro moment. Well, not release price, but like higher release price than what the G2 ended on. 3070 with 10400F works as well. I would say 3060 Ti. 3070 is kind of cringe because it's like $100 more with less availability, and it's like 10% more performance. No, it's 13% more performance at 4K. But yeah, still kind of cringe. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's worth it. TIL, there's a button for context menu, 60% problems. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for your help. Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck. Why don't you recommend Pulse graphics cards? I do. There was a period, I mean, I wasn't streaming at that time, but there was a period earlier this year where I was recommending Pulse graphics cards, and I recommend the Pulse if you're like looking for a used 580 or something. But you know, right now the RX 5000 cards in general are just cringe. So that's why I don't recommend Pulse graphics cards right now, new at least. Just one more thing. I have the option to add the Intel i5 10600K instead of the 10850K, and I save about 400. If my goal is streaming, which one should I prioritize? 10600K. Go with the 10600K. If you can find a pre-built with the 5600X and a 3080 in it, that'll be poggers. But if you can't, then I guess 10600K is the next best thing. Ooh, nice.
What did you just say? What was the next best thing if you can't get the 3080? Sorry, or the 3060 Ti.
Sorry. Yeah, the next best thing if you can't get a 5600X is the 10600K, I suppose. For that use case, anyways.
You could build me a whole list because I've been listening. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, I
know if you
mean,
got time
again,
like that,
just
but,
follow
like-
the 4/5 steps that I said earlier. So you pick a budget, you pick a performance target in whatever applications you're using, and then you resize your budget or you resize your performance target depending on which one is above either. And then you pick a date that you want to buy. So maybe you want to align yourself with a certain sale period. Maybe you want to align yourself with a certain GPU release or something. And then number 5, you come to me on that day and you ask me for a list and I make you a list and then yeah, okay. I might tell you to wait if there's something like coming out the day after or something, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to buy this like as soon as possible. I have the money for it. Like, it's just like I don't know if it's a good time to buy right now.
Not
I don't know
really.
if I should wait for it.
I mean,
That's what
a
I'm
lot of
saying.
good
Everyone's saying it's
stuff is
bad
out,
time.
but it's out of stock. So yeah.
Trump
Exactly.
bucks are coming soon.
Second stimulus package? I don't think so. That's wishful thinking. Yeah.
What are you talking
If there was any time where Trump was going to release a second stimulus package, it would have been right before the election, and he still didn't do it. I don't know why. It's like it would have helped him win if he did it. Like it was
Well,
pretty close.
I heard
he
he
could have
wa-
won.
I heard he wants to do it just so he can take credit for it.
I mean, he also
That
says like
kinda
he made
makes
the
sense.
vaccine, which is like, I mean, you're not wrong, but like if he was gonna do it, he should have done it before the election. Like whatever. Anyways, quick question about drivers. But if I can use a USB drive to upload Wi-Fi adapter drivers to a new build, yes, you can. What's stopping me from doing the same process for graphics drivers or motherboard BIOS? Nothing. That's actually how you do a motherboard BIOS. You use a USB stick. It's kind of how you're supposed to do it. For graphics drivers, yeah, nothing's stopping you either. You can use an offline like exe bundle to do that. Yeah. I don't want to download it the day I build the PC. You can do that. You can do it either way. It doesn't matter. I would suppose Wi-Fi adapter drivers are something you would want ahead of time because otherwise you literally can't access the internet. But yeah. What is the complete name of EVGA PSU? What?
Which one?
Which one? EVGA power supply unit. There you go. That's the full name of EVGA PSU. Hello. I think I've been here helping my friend with a 9600K build. 9600K is cringe, but okay. And now I low-key want to build something for myself with a 3060 Ti or something if I can. Okay, cool. Would pairing it with a 10600K work? Yes, and running off integrated till I eventually get my email, or should I wait for the 5600X? If you're gonna wait for the GPU, you may as well wait for the 5600X too. And that's assuming you're playing like 1080p low esports type games. If you're not, then I would get the 10400 right now, or F, depending on what country you're in. My friend got a pre-built for sale. It was usually like 1.25K, and on sale it was 600. Is that a good deal? I don't know. Yeah. It could have been like, I don't know, like a fucking 9400F plus 1650. And no, that's not worth 600. Or it could have been better, so. I think I might have got my hands on a 3080 for 750. Poggers. Hopefully it's not Founders, but Poggers. So. Oh, come on. There is EVGA G3 with Seasonic platform? Yeah. Doesn't mean it's good.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, no,
G3
that's
is not.
Superflower. What are you fucking talking about? Yeah.
So I sent you the Xeon picture if you don't believe me, and I need it for editing.
You have an
And
X5670? Okay. Actually, a interesting Xeon processor. Yeah. For your GPU, just get any relevant GPU that we're recommending. So 3060 Ti would be a good example. Yeah. Or I think you mean HCG, High Current Gamer 650 Antec. Yeah. Yeah, they're Ashigate. Oh yeah, thanks for the follow. But yeah, there's zero relevant EVGA power supplies right now, in SFX and ATX basically. Even in high wattage, it's like you're probably still going for other brands. Yeah, Trinity is kind of cringe too, but at least it doesn't have the memory temp problem, so you know. Like if push comes to shove, if the Trinity is the only thing you can get, it's still a 3080. So yeah, sure, it has lower clock speeds out of the box and it, like underperforms versus Founders by like 1% or something. But like whatever.
Do you actually need a sound card, or is your MOBO
Nope.
good enough?
Nope. Modern motherboards have good enough codecs for like an entry level audio. And if you want to go further in the land of audio foolery, then get a DAC and amp or get a fucking dongle. It's cheaper than a sound card and it's straight up better. So like sound cards are fucking cringe. Sound cards are like, bruh moment. See you guys later. See you, Ashigate, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Mouse recommendations? Just, I don't know, like for like a random mouse recommendation, I guess Razer Viper or Viper Mini. Those are good generic recommendations. Yeah. It's a Ventus 3X? Great. Yeah, take it. Ventus 3X is fine. Model O is good too. No, Model O is basically irrelevant at this point. Model O is overhyped as fuck. Yeah, Model O is legit, like, it was relevant literally last year. And now all the YouTubers are like, guys, look, I found a good mouse. I found a good mouse, guys. And it's like, now that it's been replaced like 3 times by other recommendations, now the YouTubers are like, aha, now I found the good cheese grater mouse. Like, no, dude.
Yep. Oh, did you check out my PC already? I did.
I don't think so. Maybe not. Yeah.
You did.
The only reason I would get the Model O is for that. If you really care about that stupid double click feature, then sure. But like, yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Drag
You
clicking or
didn't get my
whatever.
Wait a minute.
The fucking Minecraft flows that they can't bother to butterfly properly.
Let me upload this.
Yo, when do you think the 3060 Ti will be back in stock?
No idea. Same thing with the 3070 and 3080. It's
So,
literally
wait, they don't
whenever
tell us?
retailers get their shipments fulfilled.
Alright,
That's when
I
they'll
put
come
in
back in
voice
stock,
tech
which
chat
is there's no
text.
specific time for that.
Oh, do you know
Isn't the DAV2
the,
good too? Yeah, the DAV2 is actually great, but it's typically kind of overpriced these days. But yeah, definitely more viable than like a Model O. Yeah.
Do you know the amount of units that were shipped out?
For what, 3060 Ti?
Mm-hmm.
I read an article
Like
that said that it was the total shipments on release were higher than all 3070, 3080, 3090 shipments combined. So that's good.
Dude, I almost got then
Nice.
it gave me an error on Best Buy.
Thanks. See you guys later. See you, Aiden.
I was
Can you
so
check
pissed.
out my build real quick.
All right, I'll take a look. All right. So, cool. I mean, you already own the case, right?
Yeah. No.
No? Okay,
Yeah.
then I probably wouldn't spend $190 on that case unless there's something really specific about that case that allures you. But yeah, probably not.
Well, what's this server about?
This server is it does what it says on the tin, which is build a PC. Yep. It's for, building
Is there
PCs.
another RGB variant I could get? I was just kind of asking about this. It's an X570. I have it already.
All right, I'm gonna go for the hard combo on this list. Okay, you ready? All right, get ready. I'm
It's,
gonna go
it's
for
a
the
very
hard
good
combo on this
motherboard.
list.
So
3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, here we go. So, if you're just gaming, 5900X should be replaced with 5600X. Z73 is one of the most overpriced AIOs to ever exist. X570E is pretty cringe when B550 options are essentially the same in performance and much cheaper. I would not get 4 8GB sticks, especially not for 190 for a fucking 3600 C18 kit. That's pretty cringe. 2TB Western Digital Blue. You should have gone NVMe instead, given current pricing. 2+2 is a really weird storage setup. 3080 Strix is fine, I guess. I mean, 850 for a 3080 is kind of cringe, but whatever. It's not a big deal because I'm certainly not going to tell you to push to a 3090. Vector RS is obviously in an extremely overpriced case. Even if you wanted like a large case that looks kind of similar to that, there's definitely much cheaper options that have better airflow and better stock fan configurations. RM850 is not worth 135. There's cheaper 850 watt units that are straight up better. LL120 are really cringe fans, so unless you're getting them purely for aesthetic reasons and not for airflow reasons, I'd just straight up avoid them. 27G and 750 is really expensive for a 240Hz monitor. That's really not that great. There are cheaper monitors that are 280Hz, have better strobing options, are not 27-inch, so better PPI, and have a better stand. K55 is a cringe-ass keyboard, and Harpoon is also not a very good mouse. And finally, Void RGB Elite is just not a good headset either, especially for $100. I think it's $100? That was cheaper. Okay.
it's always been $100.
Yikes. Okay. Big yikes.
So this is
Always has been. Always will be.
So basically, change everything in your list, okay? Every single part in your list, except maybe the hard drive. The hard drive can maybe stay if it behaves.
Why the motherboard?
Because you're spending easily probably $300 on a board that performs the same as a $100 board.
Did it not show purchase sign?
Yeah, I know, but you gave me the whole list. I'm going to talk about the whole list. I'm surviving with a G403 that sporadically clicks when held down. Classic. Logitech G series and double click issues that form after years after the warranty's expired. Name a more iconic duo. You can replace the micro switches if you want. Like, I can send you an AliExpress link.
Oh, so monitor, huh? You actually,
Broken scroll wheel though. That's gonna be hard.
Oh.
All right. Wait.
Lost.
Better monitor. Wait, hold on a second. What were the monitor options? Because actually, like, oh yeah, that the monitor is gonna work like the 3080. But what would be the
3080. Yeah, I wouldn't get a 3080 for 1080p. So let's say 1440p 144.
I meant with being compatible. That's with the
Okay, so a GPU for 1080p 280 or 360 or 240 or whatever. I'd say a 3060 Ti would be good for that because you're probably playing like shooter type games. So 3060 Ti will probably be more than enough for that.
I play like with heavily modded games.
Recommend hi-fi dongle now? Fine. Yeah, Meizu dongle good. Yeah, we know. Okay, relax. No need to point the gun at me.
I got some like anime side. It's like my work and it's like my content creation, but it's also my my gaming PC as well. Because the PC I have now is it's kind of bad at the moment.
All right. Wait, what time is it? It is 6:47. Okay. Peripherals. Is the Endgame XM1 good / worth it? I've heard about that mouse, but I don't know enough about it to talk about. So, ask the other people in peripherals.
Is there a monitor? It's just one monitor. I went with LG.
Dude, you're super quiet right now. Like, I can barely hear what you're saying.
Yeah, the headset I use
There
is
you
a
go.
piece of shit. So, what is the best monitor? 'Cause, I mean,
For 1080p high refresh, I'd say my friend has told me to recommend the Lenovo Y2525 and also the Asus VG259QM.
Asus.
Oh, I'm asking for recommendations besides that because it's been out of stock all year. Have you checked AliExpress? Because the Meizu dongle is definitely in stock in AliExpress. I bought one off AliExpress during 11/11.
So it's called the Asus what? Sorry?
Asus VG259QM. Not the Pro? There's a difference? I'm pretty sure I got the Pro off AliExpress during 11/11.
The Asus. It's a VG278.
No, that's a 1440p monitor. Thanks a lot for the help, dude. I'll get back to you when I get a 3080 just to confirm that's the best GPU for gaming right now. Yep. 6800 XT, cringe. 6900 XT, going to be cringe. 3090, also cringe. Unity / streaming PC, what do I change? The one that says Pro has braided cord. You want a braided cord on a 2-inch length of wire? Oh my god. Just braid it yourself at that point.
Also,
Fucking can't believe you, Cloud Chaser.
Also, I have this type of question too. Should I pay for a Yeti? Yes or no?
A what?
A Blue Yeti.
No, Blue Yeti's cringe.
What about graphic tablet, such as like a Wacom?
I don't have specific recommendations for graphics tablets besides the ones that I've like looked for. So I'm not an artist, but if you go to like the Art Lounge Discord, I'm sure they have like a tech channel where they talk about graphics tablets. So probably go over there.
Because I have an XP pen, Artist Pro 50. So Also, oh no, I'm just looking at.
All right, Unity / streaming
don't-
PC. What do I change? Let's see. That. Okay, everything. Yep. Everything.
Pretty chill, y'all.
Also, when you say Unity / streaming PC, you're only doing game dev, and this is like capture card streaming PC. Like this is like your secondary, or you're doing like game dev and gaming / streaming all on this PC. I gotta ask you. Gotta make sense.
How does the 3060 Ti compare to the 2060?
Hold on. I'm doing some advanced math in my head right now.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Actually, no, I don't know this off the top of my head. Most people don't compare those. So let's take a look. Reviews, 3060 Ti founders, performance summary, 4K. We got 100 over 60, which is equal to, oops, hold on. 100, fuck you. Hold on. 100 over 60. So about a 66% gain in performance at 4K on average at max settings. So, yeah.
Well, something I can like order, that's like good. But I know nothing is going to be as good as like the 3060 or the 3070.
Although the real answer
Nothing's in
is
stock,
the 2060 is still a pretty good card. So unless you're struggling in games, I maybe wouldn't even upgrade this generation.
The 30.
I'm a console kid. I have a PS4.
Yeah, so 2060s is going to be.
I wouldn't know it's a.
Although, why would you buy 2060? And did you already have one, or like, what's going on?
I just don't know what to get, to be honest.
Oh yeah, 3060 Ti then, absolutely.
Like I can't. How should I find one? How would I find one?
Just waiting really. The 3060 Ti should be a lot easier to get than all the other cards right now because it's a lower segment card. So yeah, you should have time to wait and figure that out. Why does it say not compatible? Because there are currently like only 2 motherboards that support Ryzen 5000 out of the box, and all the other ones need an update. And because of that, it's saying that. And also, this build kind of sucks a lot.
Same situation with the P600X, right? They're just kind of like out of stock everywhere. Probably wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're basically waiting. At first, I was telling people to like wait for this stuff to actually come out, and then I was like, oh well, now it's all out of stock, so I guess you're just gonna have to wait. Period. You have to wait for it to come back in stock.
My best bet would be the 2060. Besides I could get the 3070. What do you think I should get right now if I was gonna order right now?
I would say I don't think I'd order anything right now. It's just not a good time at all.
What is the RTX 3060 best for?
3060 Ti is. Wait, what? What is it best for?
What is it like? The best for gaming or editing?
I mean, it's a GPU, dude. It's for doing GPU. I mean, all consumer GPUs are kind of just designed for consumer GPU use cases. So just mostly gaming.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's like what? I don't even understand the question. Like, what is a 5600X good for? It's like whatever you want it to do, dude. Like I don't know. I don't understand the question. What is the power supply good for? I mean, for doing power supply things like powering your parts.
I saw that it said they best support gaming, best support ray tracing, best support editing help. Like Xeon, you need Xeon processor because they're best for those separate cores and stuff.
What? No, Xeons are what? No.
I had
Xeons typically use the same silicon as consumer process. The cores are not what? What? I don't even understand what you're saying.
I had some Vietnamese lady call my company today and complain about the order taking longer than a week because she ordered a 3080 Ti, or sorry, 3080. I said Ti. Ignore
possibly
me.
Off-brand cereal. What is possibly?
Possibly. Did I? Sorry, I've been drinking. I don't know. I had a complaint that some lady's order took longer than a week because she ordered 3080 in her order.
Wait, off
And
this
it's been-
dude. This dude just joined the voice call, DM'd me the word possibly,
Correct.
and then left. Oh, he's
That
in my
wasn't me.
stream now. What's up, dude?
I don't
Thanks
know,
for
man.
the
I'm just
follow.
popping. I'm just
Okay.
popping and chilling. Ben sees all the Xeons and epic roams that I post.
Someone
What do you
roast
think?
me for this? Okay, I'll roast you for this. Let's see.
I had a
Oh, shit, oops.
Vietnamese lady call me earlier today because she wanted a 3080 in her order, and then it took longer than a week, and I had to explain to the lady about the limited stock of 3080s, and she still was popping off on me.
Did I
'cause
low-key
couldn't
don't even want
complete
to
her-
talk about this? I low-key don't even
It's
want to talk
pain.
about this list.
I love you, sweetheart. Don't worry. I still love you.
I forgot what CPU do I need to be looking for? I have bad memory. 5600X. Right. Okay, I'll just tag you so you can see it, okay? 5600X plus 3080. That's what you're looking for. Okay?
Yes, that's right. The Athlon 3600G.
Okay. Was there any tech news today? Hardware, laptop. Let's see if there's any tech news today. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good article. That was a pretty cool article. Nothing super surprising. That's a pretty good article. Dude, I don't like this title. Tom's Hardware, NVIDIA on GeForce RTX 30 shortages. We don't get enough chips. And then the actual webcast, they just said it's a variety of factors and it's not just the chips. It was like, it's a very misleading title. It's going to make people be like, ah, it's actually Samsung that's the problem. When it's like, not really. Not really. Yeah, nothing else that's like super crazy. Yeah, okay. Today pretty boring for tech. Nothing super crazy or interesting. Oh yeah, Bob. Yeah, if you weren't here before, your list is not good. It is very not good. I thought you were in the voice channel, so like I talked about your list, and then I just realized you're not in the voice channel, so like, bro moment. Alright, let's see how this goes. Should I continue this part? Probably. Hold on, wait, what? YouTube, what are you doing? Is YouTube actually being stupid again? Hold on. Are you serious, YouTube? Because my fucking OBS crashed, you're making me re-upload the same stream? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Does Life Not Found actually have a Xeon? Yeah, he does have a Xeon. He has an X5670 for some reason, but he has one. Okay. Oh, that's cringe. I would have just kicked that guy, honestly. Okay. What's a good GPU for 10850K? The real question is, why do you have a 10850K? Why? Unless you got it for free or something. You got it for like $200, then whatever, but like, why? Why, God? Why, God, do I gotta suffer? Mr. Guy on a Budget, Jake from the Discord last night helped me make a computer worth around $600. Okay, I don't know who Jake is, but let's take a look. Oh God. Oh God, oh fuck. Oh God, oh fuck. That is what we say. Oh God. Oh fuck. Yeah, this is not good. This is very bad. Yep. You hate to see it. No SSD in a $600 list. 9400F in a $600 list. CB550 in a $600 list. Yikes. Alright, let's start this from scratch. It's Mr. Jake here. It's clearly out of his depth when it comes to this budget. So let's fix that. Let's fix that. Oh fuck, Jesus, that is bad. Okay, whatever. We'll just go with the cheaper board. That is unlucky. There's so little B460 boards now. They're all getting eaten up. People are eating them up. They're hungry for these B460 boards, dude. Okay, let's see. Storage, SSD, we'll do 500 gigs instead of a 2 terabyte hard drive alone. What is that? Cringe. Cringe, I tell you, cringe. Alright, I might do SN550 here. Like $5. Oh, it's like $5. I don't care. I'm doing SN550. Alright. And then we'll do $1650 super. Too lazy to click the filter. I guess we are doing MSI Aero. That's unfortunate, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. If you can go used on the GPU, that would benefit you a lot here, because 180 for a 1650 super in 2020 is not great. Not great. No, no, no. And then for your case, how much space do we have left in your budget? Oh, we have a decent amount of space in your budget, actually. Okay. For your case, then, we can go for... Let's do a Key 300L, actually. Kind of feeling that. Kind of feeling that. Actually, no, I have too much space in your budget, so I'm actually going to get a nicer case. For the future. I'm future-proofing your case. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Okay. And then power supply, it's Segotep time. It's Sego time. It's Omega time. Okay, we'll set that to 50 manually. By the way, this power supply, it might be out of stock on Amazon or it might be back ordered, so check Newegg as well. What's a better CPU than 10850K? For gaming? 5600X in most instances where you would be buying either of those CPUs. Okay, here's your list. My good friend, that is your list. Also, again, it would benefit you heavily to get like a used 1070 for 150 instead of that 1650 super for 180. That's probably the part I'm most uncomfortable with in this entire list. Everything else here is like fine. Everything else here is like about what I'd expect for this budget. Okay. What's cracking? What's the best white airflow case? An MB311L but spray painted white. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. Metallic Gear Neo Air White is a good budget white airflow case. Yeah. I have a Meshify C, but I was seeing other white cases like the Corsair 4000D. I wanted to know if the 4000D is better over the Meshify C airflow wise. No, the Meshify C airflow is better, but you do need to add fans. So that kind of sucks. And also
It
it's
was
more
on
expensive.
sale for 70, I think.
Yeah, during Black Friday. But, you know, if you want good airflow out of the box, you don't need to add fans. Metallic Gear Neo Air is poggers. So Mr. Jake didn't do so well. He didn't do awful. At least he picked the right GPU. Everything else, though, was kind of a yikes. Did you fix my build too? I told you, you gotta figure out when you're buying, dude. Yeah, also just your build, just like dump the list. Just start again. Your list. Isn't PNY not reliable? No? What's wrong with PNY? Can you help make a list? Yep, I can. But first, you gotta figure out a budget. You gotta figure out what you're doing with your PC. And you gotta figure out when you need the PC by. And then we'll talk. 5600X and 3060 Ti or 37 or 3080? For $1,500 US, you should absolutely be going 5600X plus 3080. If you somehow fit a 5600X and 3060 Ti and you spend $1,500, there's something very seriously wrong with your list. At least from a performance perspective. If you spend $300 on an AIO and you're like, you know, you value that over everything else, then yeah. Non-semi and full modular, non-modular, all the cables are stuck. Full modular, none of the cables are stuck. Semi-modular, some of the cables are stuck, but it's usually the cables that you actually need stuck anyway. So like 24 pin, 1 SATA, you know, 6+2, 4+4, that stuff. So semi can essentially be treated as full modular for like tidiness purposes, but keep in mind the main difference between semi and full, on top of the cable thing, is that full you can get cable replacement kits for, semi you cannot, at least for the fixed cables. How many fans would I need for the Meshify C? I just don't recommend the Meshify C, but you know, if you're getting it for cheap, then you know, 3 is fine. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Got a whole party. Should I start with 16 gigs of RAM and then get more in the future? And is 16 gigs enough for Premiere Pro? For casual use on Premiere Pro, I think 16 gigs is enough, but Premiere is quite RAM hungry. So if you're doing anything but casual, like you're doing, you know, slightly higher resolution, so like 1440p, 4K, and you are you're doing somewhat of a content creation gig, then I'd say 32 gigs is a minimum actually for Premiere and After Effects too. My budget is 1700 and it's for gaming and streaming, and I'm buying it in January. In that case, come back in January, because January will be a better time to buy than now, because presumably things will actually be buyable in January. So yeah, don't make a list now. 1700 is a very solid budget, but you could get a very good gaming and streaming build in like 1400. So maybe consider hiding that 300 away somewhere and using it on something else. Other than the Neo Air case, what other white PC cases would you recommend? Be Quiet has their 500DX. I think the Lian Li Landcool 215 comes in white. Landcool 2 Mesh from Lian Li is also white. The Corsair case you mentioned is fine. Like I did say it's worse than the Meshify in terms of airflow, but it's still fine. Like it's not bad. So if you like how both of them look, then just get the cheaper one, whatever. And then what else? There's other shit. I'm probably, oh yeah, P408 comes in white too. Yeah. There you go. And TD500 mesh. I'm just gonna stick with the mesh if I see I'm gonna max out the fans anyways. Do what you want, man. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. How do you know all this? O.O. O-O. Reading, and I don't have a life. Yep. Which one should I go for? Which one should you go for? Good question. Ideally none of them. Why do you want a deep cool AIO? Yeah. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? Okay. Join, build, advice 1, or you can follow along on my stream. Okay. Budget is 1700 and it's for gaming and streaming, and I'm buying in January. Okay, cool. What CPU cooler should I get for the 5600X? Use the stock cooler, and then if you have a problem, then you do the switcheroo then. What are some good AIOs that are not overpriced? The Enermax LickMax 3 ARGB was like hella cheap during Black Friday, but since it's no longer Black Friday, if you just care about like performance reasons, then Liquid Freezer 2. Besides that, I'd say the Lian Li Galahad is actually quite cheap. I think kind of underrated. Yeah. So the Lian Li Galahad is decent for a cheap amount of money. I think ID Cooling has like some really cheap, like abnormally cheap AIOs on Amazon as well. So if you want, good AIOs that are not overpriced, and when we say good, we mean like enough, then yeah, those. Is 240 mil AIO good? 240 mils of a competent AIO is enough for like literally everything. Like 240 mils of a competent AIO is approximately equal to like a high-end air cooler. So yeah, it's good enough for basically everything. Besides like, really pushing overclocking far. Cool. Very epic, very gamer, very nice.
All the time.
Yes. We're gamer all the time. We're gamer on high. We're going full gamer steam ahead. Okay, all right. So, does anybody else have any questions? I think I've been going for like 3 hours now. Yeah, okay. Does anybody have any questions before I yeet myself out of here? Rate my cable management. Amazon Jungle out of 10. Nice. If overclocking the 5600X, would AIO be a good choice? No. Hard no. Also, why are you manually overclocking the 5600X? Why? Why?
Set a power limit and have fun.
Yeah, just use PBO offsets like the rest of the Andes. Not manual PBO? Okay, good. Yeah, no, don't use an AIO. Don't do that. All right, Bob, you have any more questions? Bob, AJ, anyone else here? Are you guys chilling? I'll just stay here until you guys are all done.
Budget.
Thoughts on... Wait, Reed, are you in the stream or no? Because like I'm assuming you're in the stream if you're in voice chat text and stuff.
Oh no, I can't.
Also, you can just type in Twitch chat if that's easier for you, and you just don't have to be on Discord. That probably makes things easier. I'm chilling. Okay. Oh, you're on the stream.
Good
Okay,
question.
cool. What's up?
I don't know half the stuff you're talking about. It's all PC talk or whatever. But if you were gonna buy something for a console gamer like today, what would you buy? Like just GPU,
What's the budget?
CPU. 1400, 1200.
Nothing. I would really strongly advise you to wait. I would maybe if you really needed something like right now, I guess you could do a 10400 build and scaffold and then not have a GPU until you get one. But yeah, besides that, just no. Yeah.
Just wait. Sure.
Yeah. Because like imagine
Here's the
having
advice though.
like imagine having stuff
The builder. What up, Bob?
imagine having stuff literally like about to
Hello?
come out and it's like newer shit that's like better.
Is anyone
And you're-
there that you can ignore me?
we can hear you, dude. We can hear you.
Talking about.
No one's talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I can hear you, dude.
I did not mean to breathe hard in my mic. My bad.
I forgot on a budget.
I'm hella confused now. Okay, anyways. Thoughts on list?
Hey, has anyone else been having problems with priority mail?
No.
Holy crap! No.
The main concerns in build advice was about GPU and motherboard price selection. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Thanks for the help though, bro. I appreciate it.
No problem, dude. Okay. Oh shit, the 1660 is $260 on Amazon. Actually available. Actually, no. Let's see if it's actually available or if Amazon's capping. Let's see. Let's see.
Hey, just I linked you something and not.
Never mind. It's
Wait,
$450.
oh, no, I linked,
So.
Oops, I linked it in the wrong place.
So read. I'm gonna blaze through this real fast. Okay. So if you have a budget of about $900, 10400 plus 3060 Ti is what you should be aiming for. Okay. So 10400, good, right choice. B460 Tomahawk, absolutely not the right choice. Get the cheapest B460 motherboard you can find. If you need Wi-Fi, there's the B460M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. If you don't, just get the cheapest B460 board you can find. Honestly, it doesn't matter. PC Part Picker, by the way, doesn't track prices and availability super accurately. RAM, there's a RAM kit that's like $10 less. It's a Vulcan kit, so I'd get that instead. Also, I'm pretty sure it's a better ICs as well. P1 is cringe for 94, so get the SN550 for 95. Instead of the 1660, you can absolutely afford a 3060 Ti in a $900 budget, so look for that instead. P360A is fine, but MB311L is micro ATX, which I suggest you go for, and is also $60 for similar results. So yeah, $15 less there. And then the power supply, get the Segotep unit that we recommend here. Good old Segotep G. You know what? I'll just make you a list.
Hey, just look in voice chat text for a second and do something.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me take a look. Let me drop this. Let me drop this. I should have just made a new list instead of just canceling out everything here. This was a mistake. I have to click so much. Okay. So we're gonna go B460. And we're gonna go the non-Wi-Fi board, and we're gonna go for memory. We're gonna go the Vulcan kit, very Noisu. We're gonna get this guy right here, and then the storage. We're gonna get a 1 terabyte SSD. If I can find it somewhere here. Let's see, SN550. There you go. Video card, I'm gonna put a 3060 Ti. We'll put the Founders Edition just to pretend. You don't have to get the Founders Edition. In fact, if you can find another model that's not the Founders or the Zotac for 400, then I'd suggest that instead.
Isn't the Zotac really loud?
Yep, and it's hotter too than the Founders, which is kind of impressive. Zotac reaching new records in PC building.
Yeah, I looked at the tech power up reviews on the first 30 minutes of release, and I was like, wow, 2600 RPM.
That is Sag. That is Sag. Okay, so there you go. Take a look at the link that I sent. That's about $900. It's $920. You can scale back on the case if you'd like to stay strictly within that budget, or you can scale back on storage. But 10400, cheapest B460 board, 16 gigs of RAM. You got the SN550, 1 terabyte, 3060 Ti for 400, MB3 Blend for 60, and the Segotep power supply for 50. If you can't find this on Amazon, it should be on Newegg, $50, Segotep GP 600 watt. There you go. And there you have it. There you have it. Age is funny? What is this? Oh yeah, someone posted this, someone sent me this earlier on BAPCS. They were asking me to identify it. It's actually a pretty good drive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
If you search up
I want to grab it.
If you search up the,
I linked you.
No,
I linked you the steps.
if you search up the Plextor M9PE, that should be the same drive.
Yeah, that's what I linked you. Those are the specs. The Marvell controller, the Toshiba
88SS1092, and it's a Toshiba BICS3.
I want to get it, but my M.2, my like NVMe and M.2 slot, like.
Well, that's what a Dremel is for. You know, it doesn't need that last packaging end anyways.
I'm gonna drill a hole into my Wi-Fi card for this.
Yeah, dude. Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
No, my original plan was to get a PCIe to NVMe adapter, but then I can't boot off of that. You know that my current SSD is like a freaking like QLC DRAM list, 240
I'll probably
gig.
need
like,
help with my
tiny
trash list, but I think that's too much to ask. Not too much to ask. Oh, and you say that it would be better to buy components in January? Yeah, because like shit's actually going to be in stock in January, hopefully, or like better than now. No problem, Reed. No problem, dude. What's a good B550 motherboard for 5600X? B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. I've said that name so many times it just rolls right off the fucking tongue. Which 3080 to go for? FTW3? Yeah, that's fine. Just basically anything that's not Founders or Trinity that's like near $700 is fine, honestly.
I mean, honestly, if I had the chance to get a Founder, if I was looking for a 3080 and like I saw Founders like in stock for 700, I'd still.
Eagle OC, Gaming OC, FTW3, XC3, you know,
Gigabyte
Gaming
Sleep
X Trio, whatever. They're like all fine. If you were to make a build and it has to be 2.5K, what would you come up with? I would spend about 1.5K on the build, and then I would spend $1,000 in an index fund. What's a good power supply for a 3080? If you're pairing it with a 5600X, a competent 650 watt unit. If you're pairing it with high-end Intel, which I'd question why you're doing that, let's say a good 750 or 850 watt unit.
What's a good
Intel does high-end Intel does make sense.
And it has to, okay. If you had to spend 2.5K, again, I was joking about the index fund thing, or not always joking about the index fund thing, but spend that $1,000 on your peripherals.
No, that's the DS3H.
Spend that $1,000 on your peripherals. Yeah. Get a nice mouse, get a nice keyboard, get nice headphones, get a nice mic, get a nice mic stand, get a nice interface, get a nice mixer, and you're easily already over 1,000 if you've gotten a nice thing for all those things. Nice thing for all those things, yes. Is this the motherboard you're talking about? If you got the right name, then it is. Nope. That's a DS3H. I did not say DS3H. B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. It's an MSI board. It's black. It's micro ATX. It's Wi-Fi. It's like $110, or maybe it's $140 right now. Hard to miss.
Okay.
All right. Whoops has pingeth
to
me. Whomst has pingeth to me. Okay, that's just CMG. Okay, never mind. Whomst has pingeth me in the other channel. How do I join? Bro, moment. Okay. Oh, so you can really help me with this list? I mean, if you're buying now, sure. But if you're not buying until like January, then I'll ask me for help in January. What about a custom loop? I'd only get a custom loop if
you have money to burn.
You want one.
I mean, he has money to burn, but like still, I'd spend it over. I spend it on peripherals over a custom loop easily. I'd only get a custom loop if you're like a big nerd and you're doing it for fun and you understand that you're going to get basically negligible performance gains out of it, especially on something like a 5600X and a 3080. Actually, a 3080 maybe not.
I wouldn't custom loop on a 5600X and a 3080.
In regards to the 3060 Ti, should I use the 1050 from this computer until there's more in stock / cheaper 3060 Ti? Yeah, sure, that's fine. 1050 is definitely a lot more usable than a lot of people's current GPUs that are upgrading, so, you know. Cool. 1050 is totally like, you know, playable games. 1050 is better than the GPU I'm using, which is a Vega 11. Lol W. Alright. Does anyone
Higher number CPU. I mean, Asia kind of higher end Intel does kind of make sense because with Zen 3 stock, like with like a 9700K for $200 isn't bad at all if you're like in a rush to get what you want. And the
was that
$300
Aegis and TD?
10700K,
Holy
yeah.
shit. And he's typing?
That'd
Oh
be
my
good.
god. And why not a higher number in CPU? Because it's not useful to you. Like, why not a 3090? Because it's not useful to you. Opinions on 6800 XT? Cringe.
I mean, my opinions are that the 6800 is cringe, but the 6800 XT is quite nice.
6800 is
overclocking
even more
ability.
cringe. 6800 is even more cringe.
No. Its overclocking ability is very nice.
Okay, but like,
if you're
who
not going
fucking
to
cares
overclock,
about that?
just get a 3080.
Like, who fucking cares about that?
No. I mean, like when you like its overclocking ability is actually really nice.
Yeah,
so
I'm
if you're
aware.
willing
I'm
to
aware
do
it has good
tweaking-
power scaling. But like, who that we recommend these cards to cares about that?
I mean, that's why. I mean, that's
It's
why
like
I
it's
said,
like
in my
recommending
opinion,
it's like recommending
nice.
the 10600K because
No,
of its
I never
overclock
said
ability.
I'm going to recommend it. I just said that I thought it's nice because like.
Okay, but my
I can
perspective
tweak
is
it.
always based on like viability when I recommend shit to people. Of course, I love dual rank BDI. Does that mean I tell people it isn't cringe? No, it's cringe. It's cringe. Yeah. Same thing with like the AXI. Like
No.
do I think the platform is great? Yeah, it's great. Is it cringe? Yeah, it's cringe. For viability's sake. Actually, no, it's actually not even. I'd say the AX 1600i has better viability than a 6800 XT does. Because I'd actually recommend the AXI in some instances. So unless the 6800 XT falls to like $600, you're not gonna catch me recommending that shit. What case for this? Meshify 2? Meshify 2 is nice, but it's like pretty expensive. Also, yikes. Dark Rock 4? Yikes. Good. Yikes. Good. For that price, let's hope you find it for like 800. And then semi yikes. Yeah. Not a horrible list, but I'd drop this, get 2x16 if you absolutely have to get 32 gigs for whatever reason. SN750 is cringe for 130, etc. Yeah, okay.
What graphic card should I get if I'm on a budget?
What should you get on a budget?
My guy speaking in mumble rap.
Yeah.
What CPU should I get on a budget?
What CPU should you get on a budget? What's your
CPU?
budget?
Don't you already have a CPU? You have like an X50 670 or something, right? Okay, whatever. How cringe would it be to buy a 6800 XT and a 3600 right now? Very cringe.
Bro,
Very.
those are the two most cringe parts on the
Yeah.
market.
That is cringe-topia right there. Now, realistically speaking, if you bought those two, you probably wouldn't be unhappy, but I'd be unhappy.
You'd probably be more unhappy with the 3600 than the 6800 XT.
Yeah, especially because it costs like fucking $400
Like,
right now.
let's say, like for example, let's say like the you can get a 10400 and 3600 easy, but let's say the 6800 XT was the only thing you get your hands on. That's less.
That's definitely less cringe. Absolutely. Yeah. But 3600 is like literally $400 right now. I'm gonna come back in January.
You gotta
Alright,
get that
sounds good.
AMD value, dude. It's all about the AMD value.
I missed what you wanted to change in my list. Okay, I'll look at it again.
No, listen.
Keep this.
Even if it's
Drop
$400,
this.
you gotta
Keep
buy
this.
it, dude. It's value.
2x16 over 4x8, and obviously don't get
What
Corsair
GPU
RGB
should
Pro
I
if you
get
can
from on a
manage not to.
budget?
Even for an RGB kit, I'd get Ballistics RGB if you had to get an RGB kit.
Oh, the ballistic RGB is like
Fringe?
$60. No, that's
No,
not
it's not.
32 gig. Never mind.
Fringe.
I got the ballistic
Fine.
RGB today.
Mm,
It
probably
didn't
cringe,
overclock well.
and slightly cringe. Yeah.
Depressed.
Also, again, if you have a
And my chip pooped out of
5600X,
1800.
if you have a 5600X and a 3080 in your list, that means you're not going to be buying for at least a few weeks, unless you're really lucky. So, if you're planning on buying a 5600X and 3080 first, or that's in your list, period, Get those 2 parts first, and then come to me, and then I'll make you the rest of your list. Okay? I've said this before, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this in particular already. So get the 2 parts first, and then come to me. Okay?
What GPU should I get if I'm on a budget?
What's your
You
budget?
already asked this question.
200.
3060 Ti. and
200.
nothing below
You
that
can
at
say
this
get a
point.
used. You get a used 1070 or 1080.
I mean, if it's not urgent, I'd wait for like
Yeah.
$200 class cards to come out from 30 series. But yeah, that's gonna be probably in the next few months. So I'd probably wait on that. I just want something I can buy right now. Fuck January. Okay, in that case, get a 10400. Like, I don't know, get a 10400 and a used 580 or something, and then sell the 580, and then you're golden. 3050
Hold on,
Ti
you
leaks
bought it.
are good. 100 MSRP. What is the 1650's MSRP? I wanna look this up. It's probably like 150 or some shit.
1650, like the regular 1650.
Yeah, hold on. 1650.
Was it like 160 or something?
150. Okay, not bad. What about 1050 Ti? 1050 Ti. 1050 Ti. Because based on this, it's 140. Yeah, I have big doubts that the 3050 Ti is, if that exists and that's what it's called, I have big doubts it's going to release at 100.
Yeah, because I mean, like they already have their budget line, and then like
So all AMD
Yeah.
stuff is cringe? No, we don't say things are cringe based on brand, unless the brand has something particular about them that would actually make them cringe. But unless you're like, you know, you don't like AMD's recent, you know, behavior in terms of from like a corporate perspective or whatever, that shouldn't matter to you, and that doesn't matter to me. So the only time the common ground here is that the parts are not worth buying. Okay, it's not that it's AMD,
Yeah.
it's that the parts are
you
just
can be
bad.
like a company's cringe, and then their products will be fine. Like for example, MSI as a company is pretty cringe,
Hold on, boys, I'm getting a call.
but like their products are fine. Who just pinged me? Zotac is cringe. They scam. I mean, yeah, Zotac was scalping, I think. Or was that Walmart? I'm not even sure.
MSI.
No, Walmart was scalping as well.
How about for a budget of 300 to 400?
400?
300 to 400? Just get like used. 300. Oh wait, hold up. I'm playing Warzone. I'm trying to do some pro gamer moves.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back, gamers. Are $999 monitor stands cringe per se? I know what you're getting at here, okay? The stand itself is cringe, but the fact that they've lopped it off of the actual monitor cost is not cringe. Unless the monitor itself actually just was going to cost $4,000 to begin with, so yeah.
But you were late to the party.
Zotac is cringe? You're cringe.
Dude, Zotac makes some of the best.
Dude, imagine naming yourself Santa Skull.
What GPU should I get if I'm on 300 to 400 budget?
Okay, yeah, so I was like,
3060 Ti.
3060 Ti, or if you can't find a 3060 Ti, use 2080
Is
Ti.
10% to 90% fine for monitor measurements? Well, once you account for gamma scaling, yes. Also, you watched that video, didn't you? Didn't he give you a conclusion? Just parrot his conclusion. It's not that hard. You didn't? You literally told me you didn't watch the end? Okay, well, halfway through the video, his conclusion becomes pretty obvious. His conclusion becomes pretty obvious, okay? It's basically that measuring in luminance in candelas per square meter is different from measuring RGB values. Because mathematically, one of them scales logarithmically and one of them scales linearly. So because of that, unless you translate and account for that in your 10 to 90% measurement performance, it's going to look whack. It was clickbait? No, that's literally the most anti-clickbait video I've ever seen on monitors. So no, it's not clickbait. He literally... Left Skull, you're just... I give you a good content creator to watch, and this is what you do. You just have to ruin it. You have to ruin it, Left Skull. You have to ruin it. Come on. I tell you, a good content creator, and you're just being a dum-dum. This is a Left Skull moment. This is a Left Skull moment right here. A good G-Sync 27-inch monitor? Why do you want G-Sync? I found him on my own?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to him stirring the pot and extracting stolen knowledge. That's literally Left Skull. He just fucking, he just, I don't know. He tries to tilt people, and then he parrots the stolen knowledge. Foot Lamberts. True. Foot Lamberts. Yeah. I personally measure things in multiples of how bright my flashlight is that's in my kitchen drawer. That's my personal unit of choice.
3060 so cheap?
Huh? What'd you say?
Is this monitor good?
How is the 3060 so cheap?
Let's see.
3060.
It's the 3060 Ti, and it's not that cheap. It's $400.
I mean, it's not like a
VG249Q is fine if it's
700.
VG249Q
Wait,
is
what?
fine
What
if
do you mean it's not a Ti? The only 3060 that's out was
180.
the 3060 Ti.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Search it up,
3060
it doesn't
doesn't
say
exist right now.
3060 is not out. 3060 Ti is.
Teach me how to disassemble a monitor, please. Okay, so what you're gonna do is get a screwdriver. Oh my god. It's not that hard, Left Skull. You just need a screwdriver, okay? I can't find the
Gotcha.
screws. Well, that sounds like a you problem and not a me problem.
What's more better to get? Should I get a 3070 or a 3060?
Yeah.
The 2070 is completely irrelevant at this point.
No, he meant 3070. 3070 and 3060
Yeah, 3060 Ti. Also, like, literally, a few weeks ago, people are like, should I get a 2070 for like $400 or should I get a 5700 XT for X amount of money? And I was like, no, it's going to be replaced. This is exactly what I mean, okay? Imagine if you had bought a 2070 for $400 3 weeks ago. Imagine how stupid you'd be feeling right now. Or imagine if you bought a 5700 XT, even worse, like, 3 weeks ago for $430. There was a dude asking me if you should buy like a Nitro Plus or a Red Devil for like $430. Imagine how stupid you'd be feeling right now if you had done that, right? Like, imagine that. It's just cringe.
Done what exactly?
Complete and total cringe. And the same thing is going to happen to the $300 price points. Like, people are like not taking me seriously. Like, it's going to happen.
What's my PC specs?
It's like, should I get a 2060?
have a
Should I get a
2600
5600
and a
XT right now?
5700.
It's going to happen, guys. It's going to
I'm
happen.
gonna upgrade to the 2060 Ti, 3060 Ti.
Wait, what did you say? No, I don't need to upgrade to 3060 Ti. I have a 5700. I mean, it's not worth it in my opinion.
Oh, I see.
I'm basically going from like a 2070 to like a slightly better 2080 Super.
Why does some people I see they get 2060s over the 2070s? Is there like a reason why?
I'm like
What is gonna happen? I was
like the
AFK?
entirety of Turing is kind of dumb right now unless it's used.
What is going to happen? I was
So
AFK.
like either
I'm
way,
just
they're
saying,
making a dumb mistake.
all the current GPUs are going to be replaced with their price counterparts. Okay, like for the people that are like, should I get a 5600 XT or 2060 now? You're gonna have the same reaction to anybody who bought a 5700 XT 3 weeks ago to the 3060 Ti's release. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm stupid, or I did a dumb. I've been telling people that. Yeah, because that's, oh my god. But they don't listen. Yeah, well, that's their problem. Okay, there's this one dude, I think yesterday, who was just like nagging me. He was like, should I get which 5700 XT should I get? Should I get Red Devil or the Gigabyte Gaming OC? Which one should I get? Which one should I get?
Yesterday, wasn't the 3060 Ti out yesterday?
I literally told him that, and he's like, no, I don't want to wait. I want a 5700. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Like, do whatever you want, man. You want to make stupid
You want
decisions?
a
You
card
make
now,
stupid
and you really cannot wait for a 3060 Ti. Get like a used 2080 Ti.
No, don't do that. Just get like a used 580. Because like most people are totally fine on like a used 580. Like it gets.
I mean, yeah, them waiting, but like no, but then you come up with that one arrogant person that's just like,
Bro, I've literally look, people. I'm like a fucking computer nerd or whatever, right? And I've literally been using a 3400G's integrated GPU for the last 3 months while I wait for this fucking release to happen. And if I can do that, then you can stand it for like a few weeks on an actual GPU that is much better than Vega 11, like a used 580, for example. Okay, you can do it. I believe in you.
GTX 970.
To be fair, I only play Overwatch and Minecraft, but still, you get my point.
Hold on. Do you know about VIA software?
VIA software?
Yeah, VIA.
Nope.
You have a 5-year-old on your image.
Alright, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Age
I have a question for you guys. Is G-Sync compatible? Is G-Sync worth it over G-Sync compatible?
Nope.
No.
No, just get a FreeSync monitor, Lamau.
Nope.
Yeah, but I already have an NVIDIA card.
Good thing
Doesn't
NVIDIA.
matter.
Good thing all modern NVIDIA GPUs have supported FreeSync for the last like. Hold on, when
Year.
did that happen? I think it's
So-
either 1 or 2 years. Hold on.
Hey.
NVIDIA announces.
I think it was 1.
Yeah, so the
FreeSync
point is, don't get a
support
G-Sync monitor.
clusters. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, but what's the difference though? Because I know there's like a $300 difference.
No, it's 2 years.
G-Sync is
January
all the
2019.
name.
January 2019. It's been 2 years. Yeah, wow.
Really?
Time flies when you're a piece of shit.
Having fun.
That too.
I mean, it feels like 2
No,
weeks
it's
ago.
My
It was
problem
March.
Okay, left skull. Okay,
Feels like it
left
was March, like a couple of weeks ago.
So
I
what? You
still
guys
don't
have
understand what
G-Sync
G-Sync is.
compatible?
Okay. G-Sync and FreeSync are different implementations of variable refresh rate technology, or VRR. And what that does is your monitor typically displays images at a fixed rate, which is like 60 hertz means 60 images on the screen, separate frames per second, like 60 FPS. It can display 60 FPS. Even if you have 30 FPS, the monitor is still going to refresh or change the frame that's on display every like 1/60th of a second. Okay, that's what 60 hertz means. Okay, so even if you're at 61 frames per second, it's still going to refresh and change the image every 60 hertz, 60 times per second. Okay, and that can actually cause some issues, because obviously that doesn't divide perfectly. 61 doesn't divide perfectly into 60 like 60 and 30 do. So you can have some frame data that's not interpolated properly, and that's causes stuttering and tearing.
Should I upgrade to
What G-Sync and FreeSync do are anytime you're in the specific range that both of them work. So for example, a sample G-Sync range might be 30 to 144 hertz. Anytime you're in between 30 and 144 FPS, your monitor is actually capable of lowering and increasing its refresh rate based on the output FPS.
How do you
of your
know the
GPU.
range of a monitor? Does
You can look it
tell
up.
you?
It advertises that. So obviously, earlier G-Sync implementations had wider VRR ranges than FreeSync does, but typically these days they're pretty similar. They're like 3144 is a common like range. FreeSync Premium and Premium Pro are the same thing as FreeSync. They're actually a little bit different. They're kind of like have you heard of like HDR 400, like display HDR 400? Have you heard of that kind of rating before? Because yeah, that's literally what FreeSync Premium and Premium Pro are. So FreeSync Premium is literally just FreeSync, except AMD has made sure that the monitor can hit a certain contrast level, which is very, very easy to hit, by the way, and a certain black point level and stuff like that. It's essentially useless. There are good monitors that can hit those targets and are not certified for FreeSync Premium and Premium Pro. And there are pretty shit monitors that we don't recommend that are rated for Premium and Premium Pro. So you can basically completely ignore that. Over the years, the monitor industry has just tended more and more towards read reviews and don't rely on specs. Previously, panel distinctions were important, and perhaps response times were actually like more accurate. And like FreeSync Premium and Premium Pro, that distinction like didn't
should I
exist.
upgrade to
So back
140
then,
hertz monitor
buying monitors
if it's
purely off of specs was not a terrible idea. But these days, monitors are becoming very diverse, and the experience you get from a monitor can differ very greatly from its specs. So it's becoming more like read the individual monitor's review instead of like, looking at the specs. So FreeSync over G-Sync? In viability, yes. In actual practice, not necessarily. The technologies are different. G-Sync, at least the hardware version, so G-Sync Ultimate, uses a hardware module instead of the standard monitor's display scaler. And FreeSync is open and software-based, I guess you can say, and can theoretically be applied to any monitor, which is a bad thing and a good thing. FreeSync Premium Pro is not worth the price. Here's the just ignore it. It's not about, you're not paying more for it or paying less for it. Just ignore it. If a monitor that is good, that we deem to be good, is on sale and it happens to be Premium Pro, then great, it's Premium Pro. If a monitor is good and happens to be on sale and happens to not be Premium Pro, then it's still good. That doesn't change anything. FreeSync Premium or FreeSync Premium Pro, just completely ignore it. It has no bearing on the viability of a monitor. Yes, monitors with FreeSync Premium Pro or, you know, just regular Premium have a higher likelihood of being good, but that's like buying a CPU that has higher clock speeds and using that as a guide to get a good CPU. Like, more likely to be good if it's higher clock speed. Doesn't mean it's good. Ow, my ass hurts. My ass is going numb from sitting in this chair. Ow.
Oh, the HX1200i restocked.
Hello, thank you, Cyfrost,
Dude.
for the follow, dude.
Dude, I variants are cringe. I should say X.
Eyes are epic. I want to see my power supply temperatures. Yeah.
Okay, nerd.
No one cares, buy a new chair. My ass hurting is kind of like a staple of the stream, though, at this point. Like, when I'm getting tired, I just say my ass hurts, because it does hurt. I don't think it's my chair's fault, though. I think my ass is just, like, too big, you know?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You get your new PC, you're gonna play Warzone.
That's right. I'm bragging about my ass on stream. It's too flat? Fuck you, dude. My ass is voluptuous. It's scrumptious. It's delicious. Okay? My ass could be served on a dinner plate at an upscale New York City downtown restaurant, dude.
How do you know how your ass tastes?
Well, it's not. The reason why I say upscale is that it's more for the aesthetic. It's more for like the visual
Yeah, but how do you
enjoyment.
know how your ass tastes?
No, it's
How
not
do you know
about.
it
It's not
tastes
about the taste. Like when you go to a restaurant like that, you don't go there to like, you know, it's not like comfort food, right? You go there for like the aesthetic. You know, you go there for like the.
Yeah, but it
feeling.
has to taste good too, right?
No, it doesn't. You know,
No, it
people
doesn't.
people eat whack shit at expensive restaurants all the time. It doesn't taste good. That's like the difference between comfort food and like, you know, upscale dining or whatever. Actually, no, there is upscale food that tastes good, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying, bro. Is Drippy Monk like a new parrot? New parrot meta. Facts. Ugh. Ow, my butt cheeks. Hi, Dex. How you doing, Dex? You having a good time? You having a good time, pal? You having a good time, buddy? Buddy old pal. Alright, hold on. Oops. Oopsies. He's from PC. Oh, okay, cool. Got you. Got you, brother. I got you, brother. Alright. You got the hiccups.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
if I send you a monitor, you can tell me the range because I really can't find it. I'll put it on voice chat text.
Okay. Gelid Stella. Those are FN Steve backed recommendations, so that's why we show them, because we paired FN Steve. I would review them if I could buy them, but Gelid has $60 shipping to Canada, so no thanks. I was gonna buy one of every fan on Gelid's site, but it's like that's like $50 worth of fans, and there's $60 shipping, so like I'm good. If I go back to the US, well, I am gonna go back to the US in like June or July, and I bring my testing setup with me, which I probably will. Actually, that's gonna be rough. Yeah. How am I gonna bring my testing setup on the plane? It's kind of a big tube.
Buy the plane.
I'll just
Buy
buy a
the
plane.
plane.
Yeah, sure. I'll just buy a plane. Buy more
Okay,
fans
kids,
to
we're
make it
rushing
worth.
site.
No. You don't understand. I did. I bought one fan, one of every fan on the Gelid site. Every single fan, one of every single. It was like eight or something fans, and it still wasn't worth it. It was like $50 of fans for like $60 shipping. Anyways, if FN Steve says they're good, I'm pretty sure they're at least okay. Okay, they're at least okay. With enough RPM, you'll become the plane. That's actually a great idea. What if I just bought like 8 of these fans and I made like a quadcopter, like you know those quadcopters that can like hold people.
True, but you can compare them to LL120. Dude, don't even
No,
compare.
no,
them
no, no,
to
no. You get
LL120.
AF120s because those things are.
I actually do have AF120s for testing, by the way. We are going to test the AF120s.
Wait. What about the CLCs?
The what? From
The-
EVGA?
Whatever comes on the EV. Yeah, the EVGA ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
the-
ones. I don't think they don't sell those separately. They don't sell those separately.
Nah, bro, they use
Aw.
the MSI design. They use the MSI design. Like, don't design anything good, just make it go faster.
Wait, you're telling me you want me to buy the EVGA CLC just so I can test its fans? Okay, buddy.
That's not a.
I'm pretty sure that's not even available in Canada. If you can find me
I
a
mean,
link
if they
in
sold
Canada,
them, they'd
hold
be
on.
hated.
If you can find me a link in Canada and it's cheap, I'll consider buying it. The tubing is ugly as hell, and it doesn't seem like it's built very well, but whatever. You're telling me to buy B stock in Canada and it's $70? That's cringe. We have to keep the memes out of general rule? No, that's a joke. You can post memes in general. Where else would you post them? In tech discussion? You're just gonna get banned.
Voice chat text.
In voice chat text. Voice chat text is actually the highest concentration of good memes. Look at this. Look at what?
Photograph.
Your mom.
Oh, beautiful. Double scroll wheel. Incredible. Delicious.
Aegis, do you happen to have time to review the range on this monitor?
Oh, okay. VG27AQ? Okay. You could just look up the range. It should be on the Asus site. But if it's not, I can
What
just
do you
look
mean
it
they're
up.
LM120 fans for $7 a fan? They're better than LM120.
This is a bruh moment.
And you're not stuck to IQ.
VG27AQ. It's 48 to 144. There's your answer. So pretty
So,
typical.
I have a 3070 MSI Ventus 3x overclock. Would that be a good monitor for me?
Yep.
All right, so I don't have to go to G-Sync because basically I won't be reaching the lower end of the range anytime
He
soon.
even said they're better than LL120s. Being better than LL120s is not an accomplishment.
Not a feat.
LL120s are literally like some of the worst RGB fans available on the market. They're like legitimately garbage. He even said they're better than LL120s. When he says they're LL120s for 7 a fan, he's talking about the RGB design, like the dual light loop thing. Like they're way better than LL120s in terms of airflow performance. They're better than most regular non-RGB fans. You always heard that the LL120s were good? Okay, you know what? I'm going to send you an image that I think you will enjoy. Also, ask any LL120 owner that's like being honest with themselves, and you'll realize it's like, it's cringe. I've owned 4 LL120s.
Force this idea.
They're cringe. All right? They're cringe. They're cringe. Oh boy. Hold on. Let's see here. 1500 RPM. Look at this graph. Look at this graph. Okay? Literally they're worse than HD 120s. They're worse than HD 120s. Amazing. Amazing. Did you say that I would send me your DOA LL120? Why would I send you my DOA LL120? Also, that's in New York. I didn't bring it with me. It's like under my bed.
Time to
in
go
New York.
rob Aegis' house because I live in New York too.
Yeah, just go rob my apartment. Yeah. Just drive over to Long Island, come to my apartment, my empty room, crawl under the bed, get the LL120 box. There you go.
You got anything else in there that's worth taking?
What?
You got anything else in there that's good to take?
I think I have a Logitech MK120, brand new in box. So if you want to take that,
I'll take that too.
Yeah, I think it has like $15 worth on the market. That's a real steal right there.
Yeah, I really do be committing a felony for $15.
I got a 3060 Ti. I have about $600 to get a CPU, motherboard, and fans. Just the CPU.
Oh, that's kind of
just the
honestly
motherboard?
perfect.
Just the CPU,
That's
motherboard, and
kinda-
fans, because that's like.
Oh, I thought you said rest of the build. Oops.
Yeah, rest of the build would be like 10400, but like for just the CPU, motherboard, and fans, if you want to spend all of it, you'd be going 5600X, B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi.
I'd get like
fans. Yeah.
20 Geely Stellas.
Yeah, you get like 20 Stellas of that. Just don't even buy a case. Just make a case out of Stellas, yeah. Let me send you fans? Sure, send me fans.
Planning on getting Miss Man is wise. He is getting Intermax squad. I think
Nice.
600 spending 600 on the rest just for like a 3060 Ti. I think the maximum that you would need is probably like a 5600X.
Wait, guys, I
Like,
kind of want to buy
wouldn't-
Enermax fans. Hold on. Enermax.
They do have some good
EnermaxUSA.com. I want to see if they ship to Canada. I want to see how much it costs. Hold on. Products.
I
Fans.
think the eBay is one ship.
Wait, squaws are $25 each? Bruh.
They're
for a moment.
$25 each, but they perform very well.
No, but like normally they're $25 for 3. On Black Friday they were 25 for 3, and normally they're like 40 for 3.
They're 35, not 25.
No, after the rebate, I think it was like 25. No, maybe it was.
Well, after
35.
the rebate, it was 35 because then
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
35,
it was 65, then it got turned into 45, and then $10 off is 35.
Yeah, dude, but they're like
Wait,
25 a fan,
really?
bro. Oh, I have DF Vegas. I have DF Vegas. I actually picked up one of those.
Oh, the free ones?
No, the one with like the spirally LED thing.
Yeah, the ones that were free.
No, that was TB Silence. Yeah, that was TB Silence.
No, the DF Vegas were free too.
DF Vegas were free too. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
in
the
Canada,
blue
so
swirly
I
ones,
got it
right?
off of Amazon.ca.
The blue swirly ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are free on the Newegg.
Really? That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Oni-chan, Neko-chan, Senpai. Always love to see you dropping by. I need good RGB fans that aren't priced insanely. Then Squaw, yeah, Squaw.
Oh,
Squaw
Aegis
Squad.
someone was being nice to me and gifted me $30 on Amazon, so time to buy an MX500.
A what? A 250 gig one?
No, 500.
Where?
$30?
No. I got
like
I got a
discount.
$30 Amazon gift card
Oh, okay. Wait, why an MX500 though?
because I can't find my M2 screw.
Oh, okay. Dude, you know what's the big brain play? Get an M.2
Yeah.
enclosure, and then it's basically an upgradable USB. Build your own USB.
Honestly, should I do that? I was
It's
planning on
fun,
getting...
dude. It's fun. You should do
No,
that.
I was planning on getting that that weird light-on drive and then getting a USB enclosure. Can
Yeah,
I
but
boot
those
off
don't
of that?
those don't usually support 22.110 drive, so you're gonna have to like cut it out the back or something.
No. I found one that does.
Okay. Or you can just strip it. Like
Can
usually
I boot off of it?
Usually when I buy enclosures, I just strip the plastic off and use the PCB because it's smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I boot off of it by any chance?
Yeah. If it's formatted correctly, yeah.
Okay.
Is there any
I
motherboard
might
for
actually order
5600X
that
that
and
does not take a
enclosure.
BIOS update? Yes, they're quite expensive, but you don't need to do that. There's BIOS Flashback, which is this epic, cool technology that allows you to update your BIOS without a CPU. Magical. I want to get an RTX 2060. Is it okay or too old? 2060 is essentially irrelevant at this point. I know about
Very
3060 and I'm
irrelevant.
leaning away from it. Why would you lean away from a better GPU? L4GZ, B550M, Pro VDH Wi-Fi. You got a
Dude,
3060
I
Ti?
can't believe I
A lot of
got it.
people
I
got
mean, I can
3060
believe you
Tis.
got a 3060 Ti.
Yeah, a lot of people got
3060 Ti stock was actually decent. Like at the 5 micro centers that are near me and where Aegis used to live, like there were like 100
At
3060 Ti's
Yeah.
each.
Can you help me
Like
find
the
a
4 in New
1080p
York and the
144
one in
IPS
New
monitor on
Jersey.
Amazon.mx? Okay.
Wait, Aegis, have you ever been
Amazon.co.
to the store in New Jersey?
In Jersey, no. I've been to Brooklyn, I've been to Westbury, I've been to Flushing, and I've been to Yonkers, but I haven't been to the one in Jersey.
You could have seen some time to think I've been to all the stores in New York.
Yeah, I could have. Okay, let's look for a monitor. 1080p, 144 hertz, IPS. Let's see what's available on Amazon right now.
IPS, yum.
Okay, so we got XG2405. Is this IPS? Importación. Let's see.
Alright, I think it's time for me to look.
Alright, bye. Bye, Dito. This is probably TN. Oh no, it's IPS. What the frick? What the hecking frick? Excuse my language here. What the frick? Okay. This looks pretty good. That's cringe. What else do we have actually in stock? Pretty good. Okay, I guess this thing is really cheap in your country for some reason, or the other ones are all expensive. So, I guess this guy. Yeah. BenQ Mobius X2510. EX2510. Interesting looking stand. Why does it say you're a bouncer? Bouncer is like a mini mod. It's like a person who... Okay, okay. Basically, the mods in this server, right? Like 3/4 of them are not active, and the quarter that is active can't cover all the channels all the time. especially because some of them don't stick to certain channels. Like they're only in like general discussion or tech discussion or something like that. So there's only like 1 or 2 admins that actually monitor the build device channels. So because of that, you know, me and a lot of other people have been complaining about moderation in those channels for a long time. And now that I've moved to voice channels and other people have moved to voice channels, there's also not a lot of moderation here too. So I was bitching in admin mail for like months, and eventually they came to a compromise where it's like they figured out a role that they could give to people, that's like kind of like a mini mod that is kind of like part of the mod team, but does mostly like voice channel related work most of the time. Okay. I go bounce. Yes. Yeah. Also, some news. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but we're planning on adding like 2 or 3 or 4 more bouncers in the near future. So, yeah. We'll see how that happens. I'm really hoping Dreamscape gets his nomination this time. I'm really hoping he does, because Dreamscape definitely deserved bouncer last time around, but got snubbed. Absolutely snubbed. And then I think Jen Kumon probably also will be tapped for bouncer. Chris224 didn't get it last time. He was considered last time, I think. So I think they're going to consider him this time as well. And
But I can't remember the last time he was in a voice chat though.
yeah, no, Chris is mostly in PC assembly help. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. See how that goes. Okay, cool. Gamer time. That one Micro Center in New York by that pizza place is small AF, and the pizza place is really good. What? Wait, which one is near a pizza place? The Brooklyn one is, I don't know if any pizza places near there. The Westbury one has like a Best Buy near there, but I don't know if there's a pizza place near there. And then the Flushing one, maybe the Flushing one? I can't remember the name. You haven't been to New York. How would you know? You've been to New York? Really? Wait, aren't you, you're PNW, right? Why would you go to New York? For like vacation? I mean, New York is a weird ass place to have a vacation, but yeah. Oh, to see your family. Okay, cool. 'Cause I was like, yeah, as someone who's lived in New York, it's like going there for vacation would be kind of weird. The Statue of Liberty. I think the Statue of Liberty is actually like rated. It's not overrated. It's kind of cool. Like going on the island and shit where the Statue of Liberty is, and like chilling there and like drinking soda and shit. I had a good time there. That was fun. Yeah. I was just like sitting there, you know. I was just sitting there. Cuz that's what you do. You just sit there and look at shit. Oh, yo, let's go. Did I tell you about the time where I accidentally visited Ground Zero? Like, so me and my mom, we were in New York, like at the time for like some reason. I think she was going there for like an interview or something, and like I don't know, I had like an argument with her or something, and I got like mad at her, and then like, so like we were in the city, right, and I got like really pissed at her. So like I wanted to go back to the hotel, and I was like, I ran away from her, and I was like going back to the hotel, and like in between me and the hotel there was Ground Zero there. So I was like, holy shit, what's this thing? I was like, oh shit, this is like Ground Zero. So I just like stayed there for a bit. It was weird as fuck, honestly. It was kind of cool, actually. It's kind of cool. Like if you ever get the chance, just running around New York like as an unknown, kind of just blending into the mush of people that are walking around is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Because like literally every block on New York, there's some like weird shit. There's like food, or there's like some weird fucking modern art statue shit, or like there's some event at like the Nintendo store or something. Like there's like all this weird shit. I want to go to Japan. Japan's pretty cool too. What do you do as a bouncer anyways? Like mini mod? Yeah. Basically a bouncer can do everything besides ban. And I think we can also manage roles, like the birthday role. And I think we can manage bot commands. And we don't have access to the admin channels. We can see logs. That's basically it. Yeah. There you go. Wormwood has the answer for you. I wish I went to Nintendo store. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's really weird because like New York, the streets are like disgusting as fuck, and like there's just like construction and shit everywhere, but like the stores themselves are like pristine as fuck. They're like shining beacons in like the disgusting mucky ass like streets. Weird. Oh, thanks Hexel for the follow, dude. Montana is obviously the best tourist place. Facts, dude. Acronym soup. Okay, MClock is just your memory control. MClock is just your memory frequency, so the actual the RAM stick frequency. Fabric clock is the fabric for the interconnect between the cores and the memory controller and all the different parts of the Ryzen CPU. And uClock is your memory controller's clock. So you just want all those to be the same, so the information is transferred at the same time. Epic. I've heard going to New York is going to shit right now. I mean, yeah, COVID. It's like the biggest, densest city in the US, and like there's COVID right now. So, you know, not a good time. Not a good time. New York also has the Niagara Falls or whatever. Yeah, but that's very far away from like where people usually go to New York. That's like Buffalo. That's like way up north. Yeah, the only reason why I've been to Niagara Falls like a lot is because I lived in Toronto for like 5 years, and or near Toronto for like 5 years, and sometimes we would go on road trips to New York, like visit some friends there or stuff like that, and we'd always drive through on the Rainbow Bridge, and you could like see Niagara Falls there. It's pretty cool. Every northern state has a city named Buffalo. Yeah, but New York's Buffalo is like obviously the most prominent. Where were you born? I was born in Vancouver. Vancouver, British Columbia, which is very close to where I'm staying now. Yeah. I was born in Vancouver. I moved to New York, Queens when I was 5, and then I moved back to Vancouver when I was 7 or 8 or something like that. And then I moved to Toronto, and I moved several times within Toronto. And then I moved back to New York, and now I'm back in Vancouver for my gap year. Why would you ever leave Vancouver? Like, as much as I love Van, it's like it rains. It's not that cold. Vancouver is very like climate insulated because of the local like fucking ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Because like regardless of your fucking, what is it? I don't know the words. Regardless of your proximity to the poles, if you're near a body of water, that kind of helps insulate the like kind of climate extremities. So like for example, Toronto has like the Great Lakes nearby. So despite being pretty far north, it doesn't actually get it does get kind of cold. But the climate extremities are not as bad as like other regions that are not near a body of water. So yeah, Vancouver doesn't get that cold, but like Toronto gets really cold. Yeah. The first year I moved to Toronto, it was like a record-breaking winter. It was like negative 45 degrees Celsius. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Yeah. It's like breathing, and it's like regular breathing turns into vape smoke. It's really cool. It's like everyone's vaping at the same time. Everyone's vaping just regular air. Negative 40 is the Fahrenheit Celsius meet. Yeah, it is. So, yep. And then yeah, Vancouver doesn't get that cold. It's always cloudy and foggy here and rainy here all the fucking time. That like my childhood memories, like from age 0 to age like 6, are literally just wow, the sky is always gray here and fucking gloomy, and it's boring. Like Vancouver would be a good place to retire, because it's big enough that there is a downtown and there is like business activity, but it's not crazy. It's relatively safe, and it's very like sleepy, very sleepy city, especially the surrounding areas. So, if you're a young, bustling individual who's looking for opportunity, Vancouver is not exactly the ideal place for you. Vancouver safe? Okay, safe, like, I'm coming from like other areas that are comparatively not as safe, okay? It is definitely comparatively safe. Yeah. Bro, I'm getting the GTX 1060 for 152. That's cringe as fuck. Please don't get a new 1060 or a used 1060, which is probably used, for 150. That's terrible. A used 1060 at this point is worth 100 or less. That is very bad. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Who tagged me in Gendisk? Gendisk nerd. Can you ban? Who am I banning? Did I miss something, Cloud? Did the messages get deleted? Why would you measure temperature in newtons? Because of each individual particle is exerting a force, and that's why we measure temperature in newtons. That's why we do it. We take one of the electrons, right, and it's like kind of like moving around. It's giving us some force, and that's why we measure it in newtons. You know, that easy. We interview each.
So
of
the
the
charge
electrons.
of mass 1 and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We just interview each of the electrons, ask them how they're doing, ask them how much force they're doing. We average it all out, and that's how you do it. It's easy. That is converted from INR to USD. I know. It's still cringe. Still cringe. Unless it's new, and you have warranty, and you're going to sell it for, like, used around that price. Then no. Could you rate this out of 10? I rate things out of 7, but sure. I got the GPUs and power supply for free. Okay. GPU, what GPU did you get? GPU 2 580s? Okay. I'd sell both of them and just, get like a used 1070 or something. And you got the power supply for free. You got an ARM 1000X for free? Who the fuck is giving you this shit? Okay.
it's the 2015 version.
I mean, still, like, who is giving you this shit?
Mhm.
The rest of it for the prices you've listed.
What do you think of a SLI?
What's wrong on the mouse
I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 7. Yeah, 2 out of 7.
What's wrong with the mouse pad? It's just a mouse pad. It's
That
cloth,
mouse pad is a
like-
no-go, 9 out of 10. X-ray pad, Aqua Control Plus. I've never heard of that mouse pad in my life, so I don't know if it's good or not. That is, he's selling a Gigabyte 1060 G1 that has 2 years warranty, but bill is on his name. Who cares? Like, they're not gonna ask you for ID when you go for like warranty claims. As long as you have the invoice, it's fine. How long do you stream for? Typically 3 to 4 hour sessions. If there's a large event, I might stream for like 7 or 8 hours. My uncle was mining Bitcoin, but his internet was bad, so he gave me his stuff. Okay. Interesting backstory, but okay. Using 2 580s. You said you can't ban, but can you ban? We used to do that. We used to be able to do that. But I think Parrot got mad because here's the thing about Parrot. Here's the backstory with me and Parrot, okay? Parrot is a cyberbully, so he cyberbullies me by doing the, B and command on me all the time. And then when he found out that I'm a bouncer and that I can do it to him, he removed the permission from the bouncer role. So now I can't do it anymore. Yeah. Actually, hold on. I'm going to see if I can double ban myself. Double ban Aegis. No? Okay, what about triple ban? Can I triple ban myself? Wow, they removed all of them. Wow, that's sad. Would a 2700X be good with a 3060? First of all, 2700X completely irrelevant at this point, and 3060 doesn't exist. So I assume you mean 3060 Ti, and the answer is no. Aegis being your mother, you may stay up until 12 a.m. Only 1 hour left. No complaint. It's 8 p.m. for me. I'm Pacific. If you were my mom, you would know that. Oh my god. Only 1 hour left. No complaining, or I'll lower it to 30 minutes. Facts. If I want to stream with my new PC, I just need a webcam and a mic, right? You don't even need a webcam. I'm streaming right now. I don't have a webcam. I would probably benefit from having a webcam, but I'm kind of too lazy to like go get one and set one up. Also, I have like 0 desks. I don't even know where I would mount it. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know if a webcam would be conducive to this type of stream. Only 1 hour. Wait, no, and a mic. Yeah, you do need a mic. No voice and no video would be rough for a stream. That'd be rough. Unless you're doing something really special. Or you're like, doing like stock drop tracking and you're like a bot. I tried the whole OBS thing before and it seems unnecessarily complicated. OBS is pretty simple. In fact, one sec. I could probably teach you how to do OBS on stream right now. It's not that hard. Will Fractal Design Ion Plus 660 watt be able to handle 3080 Trio and a 56X? Yep.
Do you have that currently? Or
oh yeah, if you don't have an Ion, then it's probably not. Streamlabs OBS is a little more friendly. Yeah, I actually moved to OBS from Slobs. Slobs is definitely worse. Slobs definitely has less features. And it's also kind of more bloated. Yeah. Thank you, Wasky. Wasky? Oh, you're ASCII, okay. And Kawaii Senpai Dezune. For the are you an alt of that other dude? The Oni-chan Neko-chan Senpai dude? Nice. Why would you get a B550 board for a 3100 though? That's no doubt going to be more expensive than like the cheap B450 boards. Everything else there looks fine though. Vishnu. I use OBS, but I've heard Slobs is simpler. It is simpler, and it's easier to monitor alerts. But okay, I'll show you what I do. I'll show you a screenshot of what I do. I don't know if this is like the best way to do things, but I'll show you how I do things. Give me a sec. Let me take a screenshot of this real quick. So this is my setup for streaming. That's my second monitor. My main monitor has like Discord and stuff like that. So hopefully I'm not revealing any personal information on that screenshot. But let's take a look at it. So the first window is OBS, right? I have my scenes here. So I have like Discord, Firefox, Photoshop, my AFK scene. So I there. That's like my AFK scene. So yeah, Discord, Firefox, Photoshop, AFK. Desktop is for, you know, when I just want to show my desktop period. Kind of rare, but I do that sometimes. And then virtual is like if I have like a virtual cam, like I'm trying to show something. I kind of broke that though, so I don't use that. There's sources over here, right? So that's kind of like the elements within each scene. Audio, kind of obvious. Scene transitions, which is like when I switch between scenes, it just changes what's up. And then, you know, the scene control buttons, like the stream control buttons. And then there's like a bunch of other settings you can go through, but that's stuff you touch once. This is the stuff I touch like all the time in this bar. This is my restream chat. So because I stream to both Twitch and YouTube, which I'm not even sure if that's worth doing at this point, but I do it anyways, because it's not that much more work. This combines both chats. So yeah, that's cool. And then finally, I have Streamlabs dashboard here. So I can track who has followed me recently, who has subbed to me recently. The reason why I don't use the Twitch pop-out is because the Twitch pop-out doesn't track donations. So if I miss a donation, it's not going to be on the Twitch thing. So I use the Streamlabs overlay. So yeah. Yep. It's really not that bad. It's not that bad to manage. It's kind of a pain in the ass opening everything and like resizing it so it fits properly, but it's not that bad. Yeah. Have an exclamation mark in front of their name because they want to be edgy and appear at the top of the list. And also, when you have a Discord that's like, how many people are in this Discord now? It's like 40k or something, right? Discord.gg/build PC. Oh fuck, I can't even spell properly. Thanks, keyboard. 60k, holy shit, we're at 60k members now. Yeah, when you have a Discord with like 60k members, you're bound to have people that like nick themselves exclamation mark stuff in front of their name, like in every server. You know, they want to be edgy. They want to be the top ones. This one is the top on the Google search. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad it is. All right. Hold on. What's the PCMR Discord member count? 90k. Holy shit. PCMR is popping. Just stuck on GPU because they're hella expensive. Go with the 1060 then. I had trouble getting OBS to record my in-game audio. Yeah, sometimes games can be kind of finicky with that. Kawaii is my friend. Nice. How old are you? Just curious. I'm 18. No, we're friends. Aw, that's cute. You guys have like matching Twitch names. Nice. Do you get paid to be a bouncer? Yeah, I get paid in imaginary money. I get paid in internet currency. Except for this isn't even Reddit, so I don't get points. And the best man of PC advice. I wish. I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing streaming, because like, I was like, yo, I'm doing this a lot in Discord, so like, I may as well just stream it, right? Because like, there's definitely people outside this Discord that want help, and streaming doesn't cost me any money, right? So like, I may as well stream, and like, you know, if I can make some money off of it too to like help for college, sure, I'll do it. You like my name? Yeah, I'm thick. I'm thick as fuck, boy. You better believe it. Dude, people all around the world talk about how thick I choked on my words. That's how thick, you know, even my words are thick, you know? They get caught in my throat. I'm telling you, dude, my ass is just people around the world. It's a renowned ass. It's a legendary ass.
Wow, we're back to sloping features. I don't like this.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. Like, my ass is legendary, you know? There's the Legend of Zelda, and there's the Legend of my ass. It's just like that's just how it is. It's a big ass blob. You're still in college? I'm not in college yet. I'm taking my gap year. I'm gonna be in college next year. Because of COVID, I didn't like I got accepted into a college, but I was like, yo, COVID colleges kind of suck. So I'm gonna like wait a year.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm going to I kind of don't want to dox myself actually. I kind of don't want to dox myself. Yeah. Because I'm cool with telling people like what city I'm in, but like, you know, college is a little specific. And like based on the nature of work that I do, it's gonna be pretty easy to find out who I am.
Dude, why don't we go to the same place, see if we get in together?
No, I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually gone and met Bappo randoms at Micro Centers multiple times in New York before. So there are people in this Discord server who know what I look like and know who I am, but they're randoms. They're complete randoms. Where do you want to work? Nvidia or Google? Nah. I'm going into politics. Yeah. But Nvidia or Google, you know, those are cool. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Just like what?
What do you mean?
Bro, what do you mean?
You're gonna step on this beautiful flower?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna destroy it, bro. All right.
So when you're on the campaign trail, we'll see you at Micro Center, right?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna use the Micro Centers
Are those
across
your
the
people?
nation.
The people that get your vote?
No, no. My fucking
Local Danny.
All my campaign stops are gonna be at Micro Centers. So only the states that have Micro Centers. No, I'm kidding. Politics isn't just campaigning, okay? You don't have to be a candidate. Aegis face reveal at 600 followers? No, that's
no 600.
That's gonna happen tomorrow. That's gonna happen tomorrow then. Oh man. All right, nerds. Well, I'm getting kind of hungry, and I probably have to study for my my fucking driving shit. So yeah, I guess I will see you. No, I'm gonna end the stream. I'll stay in the voice call for a little longer. But I'm gonna end the stream for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. At like 4 p.m. Pacific, I guess. And yes, I said 1650. If you want to get the 1060 given your prices, that's okay. That's okay. If you just want a GPU to like use right now, Vishnu. So I just want to be clear about that. YouTube, what's this YouTube link that you've sent? What is this? Oh, nice. Rickroll. You didn't even try to disguise it. Normally people like disguise that shit, you know, and they put it behind another link. What power supply do you recommend for MSI 3080 Trio and the 5600X? I don't know, some 650 watt unit, I guess. Honestly, like a CX550 would work with that. You could straight up use the Sego type unit with that. But you know, is LEDX3 Gold is back in stock, right? Yeah, just get for like a 650 watt LEDX3 Gold, GF1 PE, Fantex amp, that sort of thing. Those are all like near $100 for 650 watt. Yeah. All right, so I'll end stream for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys learned some gamer shit today.